Let's go Falcons! Hey yo, batter up, let the ball begin. Solano Falcons, about to show you how you win. Solano Baseball, all have tight skills. All stars everywhere with highlight reels. Everybody watch out, cause when it's game time, we going for the W, gonna make our name shine. Falcons dominate when the game's on the line. So go get your bell, Solano. Why? Cause it's game time, hey yo, it's game time. So let the games begin. Solano on the field and we gain in a win. Hey yo, it's game time, don't you hear the people chant? Cause this is our house, make way for the champ, it's game time.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to the Solano College Sports Network, where we got a BVC baseball matchup between your Solano Falcons and the Marin Mariners. I'm Stosh Moida, and joining the booth with me today is Mr. Zach Poff. Zach, how you doing today, brother?
Hey, it feels great to be back, and I'm looking forward to this contest. Solano, of course, 6-0, the only undefeated team in the Bay Valley Conference, and they're taking on one of the powerhouses in the Bay Valley Conference in the College of Marin today. 5-1 conference record, 11-6-1 overall for Marin. And, I mean, this has been the best rivalry in the BVC over the last decade.
Yeah, you know, Solano comes in on a 6-game winning streak. Since the Bay Valley Conference started, they have not lost a game. Marin right on their tails with that 5-1 record, like you said. So today is ultimately for first place. You know, Solano always tough at home here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium, so it's going to be a great matchup. A couple players to watch for Marin is Chris Kamen. He comes in boasting a .408 batting average that leads the team, and he leads the team in hits with 20 so far on the year. And then Matthew Tarantino, just an RBI machine, has 17 RBIs on the year. And just going down this lineup, it's just it's a very hard team to beat.
And real quick, too, looking at Solano on the other hand, you got maybe the best player in all Northern California in their shortstop, Alvaro Rubalcaba, coming in batting .425, 1 home run, 10 RBIs, and one of the best defensive players, not just in California, but in all of community college baseball. Really looking forward to seeing him. And, of course, they've got their best pitcher, in my opinion, on the hill today in Nate Jeunesse. This kid has been solid all season long, 2-1 record, and an ERA under 2.5.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. So now we're ready for today's starting lineups for your Solano Falcons.
Alvaro Rubalcaba, sophomore shortstop, Vanna High School.
Joey Dyson, freshman infielder and outfielder, American Canyon High School.
Josh Lenny, freshman infielder, Montgomery High School.
Garland Webster, freshman third baseman, Armijo High School.
Darian Evans, sophomore outfielder, Rodriguez High School.
Bo Siegel, sophomore first baseman, Rodriguez High School.
Ian Acosta, sophomore catcher, Vacaville High School.
Briar Litz, freshman first baseman, Foothill High School.
Josh Meekum, freshman outfielder, Vanden High School.
Nathan Jeunesse, sophomore pitcher, Benicia.
All right, so you saw a Solano starting lineup. So here's the lineup today for the Marin Mariners. Leading off is Matthew Tarantino playing shortstop, followed by Sam Morgan, the right fielder, Ryan Schultz at third base, Stephen DiMartini at first, Dominic DeVille at DH, Jonah Sun in left field, James Potts in center field, Richard Herrera behind the plate, and Jeff Villafana at second base. So that's 1 through 9. And on the mound today for the Solano Falcons is Nathan Jeunesse, as you talked earlier, partner. Tell us a little bit more about Nathan.
Nate Jeunesse, just a guy, has a good pace to the game. I know Cliff Lee is a lefty, but Nate Jeunesse reminds me a lot of Cliff Lee. Fast pace, and he does a good job of painting the corners, too. I mean, he doesn't have that overpowering stuff, but he's the guy that knows how to get the job done, baby.
Yeah, you know, Solano's going to need a good start from him today. You know, eat up a lot of innings to work into the back end of the bullpen. You know, Solano's bullpen's very strong this year with Adam Coates, Jay Wagner, and now you see a good picture here of the Bay Valley Conference standings. You see Solano on top at 6-0, and Marin right on their heels, tied in second place with Napa at 5-1. And
surprising start for Napa so far this year, 5-1 conference record, and this is a big time game right here. And I know we're still kind of early part of the conference season, but get a little momentum on your side if you can get this win.
Yeah, you know, this is where you really have to come out and start winning games early to put yourself in a good position, you know, to take the Bay Valley Conference, maybe clinch early in the season, you know, to rest a couple people. But now it looks like we're just ready here for first pitch, and I'm excited for this game. How about you, partner?
Oh, I can't be any more excited, especially with Selection Sunday. March Madness right around the corner. It's a good time here in the middle of March.
First pitch inside ball one, and the first pitch is 1:08.
I was waiting for that. You're always pretty good about that.
Yeah, look, I learned that from the O.Co Coliseum out in Oakland. This one's chopped right to Alvaro Rubalcaba. Picks it up, throws it over to first for out number 1.
And that's Nate Janest right there, just outside, picking his spots on the outer part of the zone. And Rubalcaba, man, that kid is just fun to watch.
Now it's going to bring up Sam Morgan, the right fielder. Sam's batting a .365 on the year, so he's having some pretty good year.
Sam Morgan, the sophomore out of Sonoma Valley High School.
First pitch in there, strike called, so the count goes 0-1. And today's umpires behind the plate, we have Matthew Marquez, and out on the base pass, we have Derek Eaton. So good officiating crew here today at Billy Louise Yarborough Stadium. Good curveball, swing and a miss, strike 2.
And that's exactly what Janess needs to do today, just keep those hitters off balance because his fastball is maybe topping out 80, 82.
Just misses the corner, ball 1. Good pitch there, 0-2. Don't want to give him anything he can hit. Maybe try to get him to chase something. Change his eye level by throwing a little high. So the 1-2 pitch underway. Curveball in the dirt, and Morgan lays off that pitch, and count goes to 2-2.
Yeah, nice take right there by Sam Morgan. That was a nasty pitch by Janest. And the thing I like about Janest, he's a guy that's always changing speeds, trying to keep hitters off balance, and you kind of got to do that when you don't have that overpowering fastball.
Sam Morgan does have 9 strikeouts on the year, so that's a pretty good number, pretty low, but he's third on the team in strikeouts. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and that's the second out of the inning.
And Janess, too, early part of the season didn't have the strikeouts, but now he's got that total up to 20 now with that one, and he's done a way better job with that strikeout to walk ratio. For a little bit there, he had more walks than strikeouts. Now 20 strikeouts on the season compared to only 11 walks.
Yeah, now it brings up Ryan Schultz. And Ryan,
we were debating on what we're going to go with, but
yeah,
we agreed. Whatever Mark goes with on the PA, that's what we're rolling with, baby.
Exactly. First pitch to Schultz is in there, strike call. The count goes 0-1, and he's batting a .325 on the season. But since conference play has started, he's leading the team with a .480 average with a .519 on base percentage. Good curveball is poked out into center field. Going back is Dotson. Dotson has a beat on it, and he makes the basket catch for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down, heading to the bottom of the first.
And we're here bottom of the first, and we get a look at Eric Smith, the lefty for the College of Marin. He's on the hill, and you get a shot at Alvaro Rubalcaba. He's leading off for the Solano Falcons here today, as you saw the lineup here before first pitch.
Yeah, Alvaro leading this team in a lot of different categories. He's boasting a .425 batting average right now. He's been a perfect table setter for the Falcons so far this year, and he's a team leader, and he's showing it not just by the way he acts in the clubhouse, but what he's doing on the field. They say hitting is contagious, and it starts all right here with Alvaro Rubalcaba. But like you said, Eric Smith, the lefty on the mound today, comes in with a .378 ERA with a 2-2 record on the season in 4 appearances.
And he's gotten 16 2/3 this year. Strikeouts, walks, pretty much identical, 12 strikeouts, 11 walks. And the thing I love most about getting back to Rubalcaba, though, is he just sets the tone for this team atop the order. And if you look at Solano's lineup, man, it's been off to a really good start so far this year.
Yeah, Rubalcaba followed by Dotson, 2 very fast guys. Definitely stealing threats. They're 1-2 on the books here for leading the team in steals.
And that's huge for guys like Josh Lenny and Garland Webster, the 3-4 guys.
First pitch, Rubalcaba. He checks a little bunt there. The first pitch is a ball. It takes it back, so he saw the first pitch.
And right now, Rubalcaba is definitely one of the front runners for NorCal Player of the Year.
Yes. He's having an excellent year so far for the Falcons. Pitch in there, strike call. The count goes to 1-1. Good fastball in the outside corner.
So judging by the home plate blue there, Matthew Marquez, we're going to get a little outer part of the strike zone, a little extension there for the pitchers, which is big for Dinest, along with Eric Smith, the lefty.
So 1-1 pitch. Trying to drop it down. Ball is high. The count goes 2-1.
And Eric Smith, the 5'10", 165-pound freshman out of Drake High School.
He's got good velocity on his fastball so far. Let's see if he starts opening it up a little bit. Trying to drop it down. Fastball on the outside corner. Count goes 2-2.
And he's kind of got that delay going from the ball of his glove to the pitching motion, too. It's almost Clayton Kershaw-esque a little bit. Kind of get the timing off from the hitter.
2-2 pitch is lifted into right center field, going over his Potts. Potts has a beat on it. He is under it, and Morgan makes the catch, calls it off. So good play by the right fielder there for out number 1.
And looking at Marin's defense, too, of course, you got Smith pitching, Richard Herrada, the catcher, Steve DiMarini over at first, Jeff Villafana second, Matt Tarantino, the shortstop, Ryan Schultz, the third baseman, Sam Morgan, James Potts, and Jonah Sun right to left.
Yeah, now it brings up Joey Dotson, the hot hit
Joey
Dotson
D.
right now. He was last week's Northern California Player of the Week. First time any Falcon has ever received that honor, so congratulations to Joey. First pitch to him is called a strike. Count goes 0-1.
And it's funny, Tommy Pavesi, maybe the best hitter Solano's had, was hating a little bit. He said, hey, if that award was around when I was playing, I would have been the first. So Tommy P having fun with his guys. Of course, helped Coach Stover for a little bit.
And this one's lifted foul out of play, so the count goes quickly to 0-2. So Eric Smith doing a good job by throwing strikes and making the Falcons so far swing the bats. But Joey, a very smart hitter. He won't chase anything really out of the strike zone. He'll look for something to hit, something close. Try to get on base, maybe steal a couple, and try to get one run here in the bottom of the first inning. So the 0-2 pitch. Outside, ball 1.
And that's the thing I like about Dotson a lot. You know you're going to get a battle out of him anytime he's in the box. Does a good job fouling off pitches. And like you mentioned, maybe his biggest attribute is his speed.
Mm-hmm. Very fast. I mean, he puts one on the ground right here.
Fastest guy on the team for sure, right?
And this one's hit. We're right to the second baseman, Villafana. He makes the play over at first, and that is out number 2.
So quickly 2 up and 2 down for Eric Smith. And just like Nate Janess, they're doing a good job of hitting their spots here early on. And that's huge for a pitcher. Sometimes that first inning can be the biggest struggle for pitchers. You're trying to get in the zone, also trying to figure out the strike zone that the home plate umpire is going to give you that day. And they're both off to a nice quick start here.
Yeah, it's a good sign, though. You know, both Rubalcaba and Dotson made good contact on the ball. Just happened to hit it right at somebody. And, you know, swinging the bats well. Solano has been hitting very hot as of late, with rounding off 6 straight wins. First pitch to Lenny is high, ball 1. Lenny comes into today's game batting a .348 with 15 RBIs. That number is good enough he's leading the team in RBIs.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with their 3-4 guys here this year. Lenny along with Garland Webster, both off to great starts here.
That pitch on the outside corner, strike called. Count goes to 1-1.
And they've added so much depth to this lineup. But it's huge for Eric Smith today to get those first 2 guys out like he did here. I mean, you don't want Rubalcaba and Dotson on the bases when you have to deal with Josh Lenny and Garland Webster.
1-1. And fouls straight back, and count goes to 1-2. And I think the PA announcer, Mark, might have flinched on that one.
Might have? Come on. I think he was flinching more, though, when he was trying to get through all the names from Marin, man.
Yeah, they got some tongue twisters down their lineup. So the 1-2. This one's chopped right to Tarantino, who makes the grab, throws it over to first for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down, heading to the top of the second. Top of the second inning here with the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for the Mariners. Leading off is Stephen DiMartini, the first baseman for the Mariners.
And how nice is it for head coach Steve Behringer? Your 1 through 5 hitters all batting over 300. I mean, a lot of depth in this lineup for Coach Behringer, and that's the reason why they're 5-1 in the BVC so far.
Yeah. First pitch, DiMartini is in there, strike called, so the count goes 0-1.
8 RBIs for the big first baseman.
Yeah, you know, Marin sitting at 5-1. Their only loss came on February 28th at home against Folsom Lake, where they lost that game 7-1. That pitch is in there, strike called 0-2.
And, of course, Folsom Lake, a team that Solano swept, beat them 2-0.
Yeah, you know, it's first year they're in the BVC, and they're doing an excellent job. You know, they're holding their own. A good young team, all freshmen. Strike 3, call, got him, looking for out number 1.
And this time I got your little backward K there for on the scorecard. So that's 2 times he's got him looking.
You know, he's painting that corner right now, like you said, home plate umpire, calling that outside strike.
Oh, that's huge.
So it's going to be a good pitching matchup here today with Dominic DeVille, the DH, coming up.
Big boy's got 2 bombs this year, batting .316, also has 11 RBIs.
First pitch low, ball 1.
Out of Petaluma High School.
Yeah.
Same place Johnny Gomes is from.
Yeah, we know that he was a big Petaluma fan when they were back in the Little League World Series last year.
Johnny Gomes now with the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, you know, he bounces around. He's a good clubhouse guy.
Yeah, great. I mean, just ask the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah. And the Oakland A's in 2012.
Yeah.
I remember I was at that clinching game, and I actually got sprayed by some champagne on me from him, so it was pretty cool. This one's ripped down the third base line, a fair ball, and this one's going to roll into the corner and bounce off of the batting cage. He's going to go into second base, have himself a stand-up double. Good hit by Dominic DeVille.
Yeah, just smoked that one. Nothing Garland Webster, the third baseman, could do but just turn around and watch it. Good job by Josh Meekum, though. Get to that ball pretty quick. And, I mean, you didn't have to worry about the speed on the base pass there, really, but.
But you know that batting cage down there in left field, down the left field.
It could be tricky.
Foul line. Yeah, it had a good bounce, and it came back, you know. That's not there. That rattles in the corner. Maybe that turned into a triple.
Yeah, I've seen it here before, too. That ball gets lost over there, and if the home plate umpire doesn't call it dead, it's inside the park home run most of the time.
So Jonah Sun up at the plate now, the left fielder for the Mariners. First pitch just a bit outside, ball 1.
I was waiting for your Bob Euchre.
Somebody got it. I thought it was pretty funny.
520 batting average for Jonah Sun.
Somebody paid attention in Sunday school.
Yeah, you know, he's 13 for 25 on the season, so good curveball in there, strike call. Count goes to 1-1.
And that's the thing Janess has to do. He's got to keep hitters off balance, kind of sneak in that curveball when he gets a chance to. And as you mentioned, Jonah Sun batting .520, but not an everyday starter for head coach Behringer.
Oh, curveball just misses him inside, ball 2. Try to sneak that curveball back in and just didn't get enough bite on it. Jonas Sun with an open stance. Fastball outside, ball 3.
You got James Potts on deck with 11 RBIs, hoping he gets a chance to bat with 2 guys on.
Yeah, you know, you have an open bag down there on first base. You know, maybe set up a double play situation if you do decide to maybe try to pitch around and give him something to chase. But knowing Janesti wants to come right at him. Fakes the throw back to second base, gets back safely, nothing going on.
And right here, too, Sun's hoping he can get something to pull right here. You got Rubalcaba holding DeVille on at second base, so a nice hold between that 5.5 spot.
This one's foul back right at us.
I got it.
So now it's full count, 1 out, runner on second to Jonah Sun.
What are you throwing here, 3-2? You going curveball with the base open at first?
You know, I'm going that outside corner. He's been calling it all day. Curveball, and you called it, partner. Foul down the right field line.
I get every once in a while I get lucky, but you know they didn't make up this EPC thing for no reason. Usually the opposite happens.
Hey, like they said, even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while, right? So full count, set it up, do it again here, and Janess comes set. Checks the runner, kicks, fires. Oh, and that pitch just misses inside, ball 4.
And you could tell Jonah Sun was fooled on that pitch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was a perfectly placed pitch. I mean, that's a hard pitch to take with 2 strikes. I thought Jeunesse had him there, but so we've seen here in the first inning plus, I mean, the outside is the way to go. Inside corner, haven't got the calls yet for either pitcher.
So now it brings up James Potts. A couple of ducks on the pond here for him. 1 out. First pitch to Potts. Strike on the outside corner. The count goes 0-1.
Yeah, if you're either Nate Jeunesse or Eric Smith, that's where you're living today.
Mm-hmm.
It's living on the outside, baby.
The 0-1. And this one's lifted into center field. Going back is Dotson. Oh, and Meekum makes the grab there. Called him off late. And kind of a basket catch once again. Maybe this wind has something to do with it.
Oh, you know how it is. As it gets closer to April, the wind starts to pick up. Luckily for Solano, they play here, so they know how it works. But for a visiting squad, it could be a little tricky for the outfitters there. It looked like that one was hit way more closer to center field than it was to left. But Meekum there for the catch.
Yeah, this wind today is blowing in. And looking at the flag, it's kind of doing cross the field from right field into the home field, home team's dugout. So we're used to seeing the wind going out, you know, to right center into that home run gap, we like to call it. But now it brings up Richard Herrera, the catcher.
304 on the season for Big Rich.
First pitch to him is outside, ball 1. So count goes to 1-0.
A little bit of pop from Herrera this year, 1 bomb. Only 4 RBIs on the season.
Good curveball on the outside corner. The count goes to 1-1.
And, I mean, when a pitcher's got his curveball working, everything is clicking, and that's been the case so far for Jeunesse here. I mean, outside of DeVille's sharp double, that's pretty much been the only ball that's been hit well.
Another curveball swing and a miss. Strike 2. Man, Jeunesse has that curveball working today.
And Jeunesse coming into the year, I mean, it wasn't even known if he's going to be a starter, and he's just run with it. He's, in my opinion, the ace of the squad. He's their best pitcher, I believe.
Yeah, he's really developed this year. Another curveball just a bit low, ball 2.
And if you're Richard Gerardo right there, you're just saying, please don't call a strike. Please don't call a strike. And Marquez helped him out right there. I mean, there's almost nothing you can do as a hitter right there.
Yeah.
Throwing that nasty curveball.
2-2 underway. Fastball just a bit outside, ball 3. So good take there by Herrera.
That's got to be a little bit frustrating for Jeunesse there. That's a pitch he's been getting here early on. But a little too far outside on that one.
Yeah, a good frame job by Ian Acosta.
Yeah.
You know, just a little bit how he tried to pull it back, try to get the call, but umpire doing a great job being consistent. Runners on the move. This one's lifted into left field. Meekum has a beat on it in foul territory. He's under it. He makes the grab for out number 3. So, Mariner strand 2, heading to the bottom of the 2nd.
Hi everybody, Greg Poff here in the Solana College Sports Network studios, and we sure hope you're enjoying today's special game broadcast. And if you're interested in a career in sports broadcasting, or you would like to take one of our sports broadcasting courses here at the college, you can easily find them listed in the SCC schedule of classes under Communication Studies. Come on over to our TV studio in room 121 and check us out. Be a part of the Solano College Sports Broadcasting team. We're here at SCSN. It's more than just sports. It's an education.
Bottom of the 2nd inning, still scoreless here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. And thanks for staying tuned in to the Solano College Sports Network. The 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up today this inning for the Solano Falcons. Leading off is Garland Webster, the 3rd baseman.
You know what he calls himself?
What's that?
What's Deion Sanders' nickname?
Prime time?
Yeah, that's what I go with G Money. That's my guy, but he likes prime time a little better. And hey, this kid has been prime time this year.
Yeah.
354, 1 bomb, 12 ribbies.
And that bomb was a grand slam back on Tuesday against Laney up in Oakland.
And of course, as he steps up, he's hoping that wind will be gusting out, and the wind died down, of course.
So the first pitch to Webster. Strike right on the outside corner. Count goes 0-1.
Yeah, and you can tell early both pitchers know where the strikes are being called, and they're just living on the outside part of the plate so far here.
Yeah, Garland's a good hitter. He scatters his hits all throughout the field, so he's a smart hitter. He's going to take a couple pitches to see what Smith is going to throw at him. That pitch low, ball 1.
You know who he reminds me of? This is going to hurt. It's going to hurt for you.
I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, he's at Toronto now. He does. Josh Donaldson.
My favorite player.
Yeah, he does, though. A really good third baseman and just a gritty player. And Donaldson sprays all over the field, too.
And this one's hit right to Tarantino. He fields it, throws it over to first for out number 1.
That was a nice job of Tarantino there. That ball took a little tricky hop and stuck with it. But speaking of that, how about the play Rubalcaba made the other day?
Oh, back on Thursday.
Yeah, hit it right up the box, and it took a tricky hop, made a great stab and a great throw. It reminded me of Ozzy.
Yeah.
The Wizard.
The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
I mean, just watching that, it had me in awe. I just watched that on replay over and over again.
Yeah, it was
a great play. So Darian Evans swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. The count goes 0-1.
It was Bubba Johnson-esque.
Yeah.
And you were speaking with Bubba earlier today, right? He's here at the ballpark.
He's playing for the Vallejo Admirals right now. He was coming here, getting some work in, working with the guys. And, one of the legendary Falcons that came through this program under Scott Stover. That pitch is in there. Strike called. Count goes 0-2.
Yeah, him along with Victor Romero were the two best players I got to see. I mean, Tommy Pavesi too, but that was when we first started. We only did a couple of games. But man, Bubba Johnson, that kid was just dynamite to watch.
Yeah, I had the privilege of growing up with both of them, playing with both of them, and just watching to see what they did.
I didn't realize Bubba was that old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just 1 year older than I.
Yeah.
The part of the Fairfield Expos organization. Victor Romero now an assistant coach at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, he's doing really well right now.
0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him to swing over the top of that good changeup from Eric Smith, and that's the second out of the inning.
And I've always said this, fastball changeup, the best combo to have for a pitcher. As you saw right there, Darian Evans pulled the string, and that was just a nasty changeup. And it looked like a fastball coming out, and then all of a sudden it just slows down.
Yeah, and it had a good bite, a downward bite on top of it. So now it brings up Bo Siegel, the first baseman, his grandpa, as they like to call him, in the dugout. Pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Yeah,
and he doesn't mind the nickname because he can't hear it when they call him that. So, wow, I've heard that a couple times. Jake Poff, JT Blaze on the camera here today, spring break, and doing an excellent job there.
Pitch is in there, strike call. Count goes 1-1.
And he's got that stupid little grin on his face like he always does.
So Bo's known as a pool hitter.
What's Grandpa going to do?
Swings at the high fastball and pops it up over our head, so the count will go to 1-2.
Every time I see a foul ball come back this way, I just remember the one time in the playoffs, some lady wasn't paying attention, and she just took it right off the back.
Kind of like that lady in the Pelicans game.
Oh, my gosh. Do you like that vine?
Yeah, he sent me that. That was pretty funny. Took it right off the dome.
Right off the grill, all because her daughter wanted to show her some little cat picture or something.
Curveball ripped down the right field line, foul. So the count will stay at 1-2.
And Eric Smith lucky there. He left a hanger right where Bo likes it, but pulled a foul.
Yeah, just rolled over the top of it there. They'll set up and do it again. 1-2. 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning. Solano's still looking for their first hit. Oh, high and tight. And that's some chin music. Hits off up near the head area, but
hey, he's just lucky it wasn't the hip.
Yeah. So that's Solano's first base runner of the ball game.
Exactly not what Eric Smith wanted to do there. It looked like he's going to have himself another 1-2-3 inning. And now we get our first chance to see him out of the stretch.
So Ian Acosta coming up to the plate now, the catcher for the Falcons today.
And that should be a rule. If you're a catcher, you're not allowed to use batting gloves when you bat. Ian Acosta, old school.
Yeah, a lot of Solano Falcons players don't use batting gloves. That's what I like to see. I feel like you get a better feel for the bat.
And a few of them, too, have noticed one glove.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was golf.
And he hits the first pitch high in the air, and the wind is
It's going to be a
swirling.
tough one.
Tough play. And DeMartini is under it. He makes the grab for out number 3. So Solano strands 1, heading to the top of the 3rd. Hey everybody, Stosh Moida here with the Solano College Sports Network, where I've had the privilege of being your sports play-by-play and broadcaster for the past couple years at Solano. And it wasn't until I came to Solano Community College where I actually found a new passion and a career path when I stumbled upon COM 75, Professor Greg Poff's class. I bounced around out of high school. I had a couple different odd jobs here and there and didn't really have a career path until I stumbled upon this class. And ever since then, I found there's actually a career path in sports broadcasting, not just by being a broadcaster, working in front of the camera, but also working behind the scenes with our TriCaster systems, doing directing and producing, and also working behind a camera. This has been a great experience for me. Found me a career path which I was lost, and now I am found. And it all thanks to COM 75 and here at the Solano College Sports Network. Top of the 3rd inning with the 9-1-2 hitters coming up for the Mariners. Leading off is Jeff Villafana.
Then back to the top of the order with Tarantino and Sam Morgan.
First pitch in there. Strike called, so the count goes to 0-1.
It's got like that beer name to it, Samuel Morgan. Could be a knockoff of Sam Adams. I think we got something there, partner.
Curveball.
Wow.
Ooh, just misses inside. Count goes to 1-1.
And that's how you know when you're starting to get confident as a pitcher. Instead of fastball being your primary pitch, you're going with that curveball, and Janess is throwing that curve a lot here in the early part.
And this one's ripped down the right field line, but it's going to go out of play for a long strike 2.
And I can almost guarantee you, too, once he gets through the lineup the second time around, I think you're going to see that fastball a little more, kind of starting off the game with the curveball, trying to see if he can get in the hitters' heads.
So the 1-2 underway. Outside, ball 2.
And Villafana in there mostly for his stellar defense at second base, batting 176 this year with 2 RBIs. Number 9 hitter for Coach Behringer.
And this one's lifted in the infield. Rubicaba and Garland is under it. Rubicaba calls off Garland. He makes the grab for out number 1.
It's like Elvis Andrus and Adrian Beltre over there. Who's going to get it? Those two guys, they're fun to watch. When you hit a pop-up to them, they're always having fun with each other.
Hey, how about everybody touching Beltran's head?
I know, that's classic, man.
Tarantino.
Started, I believe, with the Red Sox. That's where it first started.
Big
and
Papi.
now, yeah, exactly. You get around Big Papi, you're going to have fun.
First strike to Tarantino. Count goes 0-1.
But excellent job, Nate Janess. First time through the order, only that 1 hit allowed, also with 2 strikeouts, 1 walk.
Yeah, both strikeouts got him looking. Good curveball, strike 2.
Man, when you have control of your curveball like that, it's almost unfair for hitters.
So the 0-2. Lifts this one foul out of play, so the count will stay at 0-2.
Good job, Tarantino there. Just able to get a piece, stay alive, see at least one more pitch.
Yeah, that was an excellent pitch by Nathan Janess there.
Yeah.
You know, he put it out there somewhere he had to chase, and which he got him to chase there. Just got enough of it to hang in there. High fastball, ball 1.
And I think one of the biggest reasons why Solano is off to a 6-0 conference start is their very tough non-conference schedule.
Oh, kind of a check swing, and it goes foul, so the count will stay at 1-2.
Yeah, good job, Tarantino. They're battling, just getting a piece, staying alive. But getting back to Solano's, that 6-0 start, only 2 of their games on the non-conference schedule were against teams not ranked in the top 20 in Northern California. So they were battling against all the top teams in Northern California. And if they can make the playoffs, they're definitely going to see a couple of those.
This was ripped right back at Janess. Rubicaba diving, makes the grab, throws it to first. Wow! What a grab by Alvaro Rubalcaba and strong throw to make the out.
I don't call him the vacuum for no reason. He gets everything. Every little thing that kid gets. I thought for sure that's going right up the middle. That's almost identical to the play he made earlier this week.
Yeah, that ball stayed down. I mean, excellent job by Rubalcaba just to pop up, make the strong throw. What more can we say about this kid?
Bubba Johnson's like, yeah, I used to do that too, though, all right? Man, big time. Big time right there.
Curveball just a bit low. Ball one to Sam Morgan, or Samuel Morgan, as you want to call him.
Man, Rubalcaba, you can see that. He's grinning ear to ear right now. That was SC Top 10S right there.
Yeah, that's the second time this week, as we're saying. I mean,
maybe I'm going to cut up a clip and tweet it out to him and see what they do with it.
Yeah, try to get him on ESPN.
Yeah.
Strike in there, so the count goes to 2-1.
Yeah, Nate Janess, man, he's just been in control this early part of the game so far, working fastball, curveball really well.
This one's roped right up the middle. That's a base hit for Sam Morgan. Josh Lenny kind of went down to a slide, but knew he couldn't get it there. Good effort. Now it's going to bring up Ryan Schlatt, who flew out to the center fielder in his first at-bat.
Ryan Schultz.
I'm trying to debate on how many times I'm going to say this last name different today. I'm just going to go with Ryan S.
Ryan S.
One homer this year.
Back in elementary school?
I never got that far. I dropped out after kindergarten.
Couldn't spell your name?
Nah.
So 2 outs, runner on first. Janess comes set. Kicks, fires. Low and outside, ball one.
And don't have to worry too much. Sam Morgan on the bases. Only one stolen base on the year, 1 for 1.
This one's lifted foul out of play. So the count goes to 1-1. And Janess doing a little different move. You know, he's checking over his front shoulder. They also checked over the back shoulder. Maybe just trying to throw off the runner a little bit. Maybe see if he'll go.
And as a righty, you got to be, you got to spice it up a little bit, a little harder to keep runners closer.
So 1-1. In the dirt, good block by Acosta right there. Count goes 2-1.
And that's the thing Stover's always had was catchers that are just outstanding defensive players. And Acosta, man, he doesn't let much get by him.
Yeah, he had Victor Romero,
Yeah,
Kyle
Bible,
Brian Aldridge.
Yep.
A lot of great catchers that have come through the Solano College program.
It's probably been their number 1 position, I'm guessing, under Stover.
Outside of shortstop.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the depth is there for the catcher position. I think Bubba Johnson and obviously Rubalcaba right there. But, I mean, you can name off 4 or 5 guys, the catcher position.
Yeah, and all those guys.
And then who's the one that's with the Oakland A's organization? Can I get a little help back there?
And this one's lifted into right field. Darian Evans ranging to his right. And that ball is down. Fair ball. Evans gets it in quickly. And a good strong throw from Evans saves a run. So a 2-out double from Ryan Schlatt.
Man, big-time play right there. Darian Evans, though, able to get to that ball quickly and at least save a run for now. And showing off his strong arm there. But now you got to deal with the cleanup hitter, Big Steve.
Stephen DiMartini struck out looking in his first at-bat on 3 straight pitches.
No wonder I was saying his name wrong, and I think I left the T out. So there we go. That's why I went with Big Steve there. 8 RBIs for the lefty first baseman.
So Janess going out of the windup. Curveball low, ball 1. And keep an eye over there, Sam Morgan. He's really running down the base paths, trying to get Janess maybe to balk.
And if you're Janess here, don't even worry about who's on the bases right here. Just get the out.
Good curveball, strike call. Count goes 1-1. That thing whipped back in the strike zone.
Yeah, that's nasty pitch. And Janess, man, that curveball has been money so far here.
A 1-1. Another curveball just misses inside, ball 2. He's really got a good bite on that curveball today.
And that just makes his fastball that much better, too, because hitters got to worry about that curveball. You can just sneak fastballs in.
Trying to sneak that fastball in there. High and tight. Count goes to 3-1.
And you got Dominic DeVille on deck. And he smoked a double in his first at-bat, too. So might not want to face him with the bases loaded.
High and tight once again and walks him, so bases are loaded. And once again, we're bringing up Dominic DeVille 1-for-1 with that ripped double back in the second inning.
And Nate Janess really did a good job limiting the walks, but 2 walks here early on and 2 2/3 so far. Bases loaded.
Yeah, you need to get this guy right here. Janess needs to buckle down.
And if you're a coach, man, you got to love it if somehow the bases get loaded and you got your designated hitter up.
First pitch curveball just misses, ball 1.
So now Janess may be trying to get a little too cute out there instead of just getting the ball over the strike zone, trying to paint perfectly.
High, ball 2. So Acosta taking a little walk, just telling him to calm down. Now I believe if he does throw a ball here that Acosta will go out and talk to him.
You could hear chatter from the Falcons dugout. Just trust it. That's exactly what Janess needs to do right here. There you go.
It is, right down the heart of the plate, strike 1. You know, sitting 0-2, that's the pitch you want, right down the heart of the plate fastball.
Yeah.
Surprised he took that pitch.
I think DeVille might have been wanting something a little more inside, maybe, like the double he ripped earlier.
Outside corner, strike 2.
But that 2-0 pitch is probably going to be the best pitch he's going to see this whole at-bat.
Yeah, back-to-back fastballs, and he's got that curveball working.
2-2. You know what? I think DeVille's probably thinking curve right here. See if Janess maybe fools him and comes with the fastball.
And there is a curveball hitting the left field. Going back is Meekum. He's under it, makes the grab for out number 3. So Marin strands the bases loaded, and we're heading to the bottom of the 3rd. Bottom of the 3rd, the 8-9-1 hitters coming up for the Falcons. Leading off is Brian Litz, the designated hitter today for the Falcons. And what a great job by Nathan Janess by getting out of the bases-loaded jam.
That's big time. And, I mean, he just trusts his curveball right here. When he needs to make a pitch, he's gone curveball, but did a really good job battling back. Was down 2-0 in the count with the bases loaded and able to get the out. 3 straight strikes. Finally got a fly out to left.
Breyer swings at the first pitch and lifts it foul down the right field line, out of play.
And Litz getting the start at DH here today. 214 average, 1 RBI for Mr. Litz. And I know I left all our fans hanging there. Ryan Lipkin.
There it is.
Catcher in the A's organization.
Slow 1. Outside corner call. The strike count goes 0-2.
And, man, how happy are pitchers when they see the name Matthew Marquez, home plate umpire? I mean, you know you're going to get that extended strike call on the outside part of the plate.
Curveball hit in the left field, and that ball is going to get down. And Brian Litz has himself a leadoff single. Oh, he's going to second, and he's in there safely.
I didn't know Yasiel Puig played for Solano, man. Just, you got to love the aggression right there from Mr. Litz, and turned a single into a double right there.
And that's why you got to get the ball in quickly.
Yep.
You know, he read that it was a little bit slow. So, hey, I'm going to take off the second. I gave him a double in my book.
Hey, me too, baby.
Yeah.
Number 26, Josh Mika.
So Josh Meekum up at the plate now. The 9-hitter today, left fielder for the Falcons.
And we know what he's doing here. I'm going to get that runner over third base, 1 out, get him 90 feet closer.
Small ball, something that they love to do here at Solano. First pitch high, ball 1. Yeah, you know, Meekum gets him over. That would be 1 out if he doesn't make it down there. And with the runner on third and Rubalcaba up next.
I mean, you got to think Rubalcaba would cash him in with 1 out. But that's why they play the game, baby. I like how Eric Smith going CC Sabathia a little bit. That Vallejo S hat crook to the side, baby.
He gets the bunt down. It's popped up. And
almost.
Almost. Ryan Schlotz almost made an excellent play there.
I thought he was going to get it, but he trapped that one. And Meekum's like, hey, coach, just call the bunt off, all right?
Yeah, he was trying to do the Manny Ramirez right there.
Good old Manny. He went through your guys' organization for a little bit there. Never got out of the minors, right?
Yeah, he's still in Double-A. So the 1-1 to Meekum. And he gets the bunt down right to Ryan. He picks it up, throws it over to first, and Meekum almost beat it out there, but he gets the job done and gets Briar Litz over to third with Alvaro Rubalcaba coming up, and he's going to get a bunch of high fives in the dugout for that one.
Yeah, just, you know what Bill Belichick says? Just do your job. That's exactly what Meekum did right there. Exactly what you want. You got your number 9 hitter up with a runner on second base, nobody out. Just whatever you got to do, get him to third base.
Yeah, and the way this game's going, it's been pretty much a pitching duel. We're all stranded at zeros here in the bottom of the third. Solano can strike first right here with Alvaro Rubalcaba at the plate. He flew out to the right fielder in his first at-bat.
Sophomore out of Vanden.
First pitch outside, ball 1.
Listed at 5'7", 155. I don't quite know if he's even hitting 155.
I think with all the gear on, he's at 155.
155.
He drops down a bunt, and it's a good one. If it stays fair, and just rolls foul. Must have hit a sunflower seed out there.
Yeah, this field, man, you be seeing balls take the weirdest hops and everything, and that one just shot left.
A good idea by Rubalcaba right there. Kind of a safety squeeze, and if that stays fair, he got himself a big
Yeah, that's
single.
for sure. A bunt single. You got the bat, Rubalcaba's bat. He just was placed there on home plate.
So the 1-1 count to Alvaro Rubalcaba, runner on third, 1 out. Prime time opportunity for an RBI here.
And Rubalcaba, another guy that doesn't pull the ball. His hits go all over the place. And they're checking out the bat, see if it's
the pine tar.
Yeah,
the George Brett,
right?
George Brett rule there.
I was hoping something else would happen, because then I would have loved to see Stover do his best George Brett impersonations coming out of the dugout.
And this one's lifted into right field. Is it deep enough? Morgan is under it, and Briar fakes the run. Good, strong throw from Morgan there to save a run for the Mariners.
Stover is not happy right now, as Briar Litz maybe not in the best position, kind of a little late getting back to the bag there. And just did not have a good jump at all, and Stover just looked at him like, really?
But, you know, this team's a tight-knit team. You know, they've been playing next guy up. If I can't get it done, now it brings up Joey Dotson. Let's see if he can pick up Rubalcaba here and get that run in.
So Rubalcaba 0 for 2. Joey D grounded out to second his first at-bat. 258, 9 RBIs.
Fakes the bunt. Strike called. The count goes to 0-1.
And Dotson hoping he can hit double digits with RBIs. 1 away from hitting 10. Solano rocking their camo jerseys. Well,
Yeah,
Tyler was telling me these are their favorite ones.
Yeah, Coach Stover wasn't going to let him wear it until he earned this jersey, so they have earned it.
6-0, Coach.
And this one's hit right to the third baseman. Ryan makes a play, throws it over to first, and that is out number 3. So Solano strands a runner at third, and we're heading to the top of the 4th. Tied up at 0 here in the top of the 4th at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. You're tuned in to the Solano College Sports Network. Stosh and Morty, Zach Poff here on the call. And we have the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up for the Marin Mariners.
Hey, I got to ask you real quick. Who you got win it all? It's March Madness. Who you going with? Real quick.
Off the 4th for Marin.
Come on. We ain't got all day.
Jonah?
I'm going to go Duke.
Ooh. No Kentucky?
No Kentucky. They're going to beat Kentucky in the finals.
You know what? Watch out for Arizona.
Hey, watch out for Virginia. First pitch, lifted foul down the right field line. Count goes to 0-1.
And Jonah's son got to walk his first at bat.
Man, I'm just waiting for another 83 NC State team to come and surprise everybody under Coach Jim Valvano.
Yeah. Maybe he gave the best speech in sports history. Outside of Lou Gehrig, of course.
Oh, this one's hit right to Rubacaba. Scoops it up, throws it over to first for out number one.
I love it when a ball's hit to short. Good to see the kid in action. He is fun to watch.
Yes, he is. You know, flashing the leather up there. Now it's going to be James Potts.
Who you enjoy watching more, him or Bubba?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm not going to answer that because I know Bubba's sitting around here somewhere. If
Yeah,
I say
he's
Alvaro,
coming for you. He's watching. He's got the
I know
headset
Bub's
on.
going to come smack me in the back of the head if I don't say Bub.
You know what, though? I don't know if Bubba would say Bubba. Just saying.
Yeah, he's sitting right behind you. Why don't you ask him? So 0-1 count to Potts.
I'm still going with Bubba.
And the dirt scoots away from Acosta. The count goes to 1-1.
So we got one for Bubba Johnson. Of course, Big Kahuna behind us. I'm evening it up. I'm going Alvaro.
It's tough.
And I'm not going to be the tiebreaker here.
Come on. No fun.
And this one's lifted out of play. The count goes to 1-2.
You know what I am hoping for, though? Is a sharp foul ball hit right over Solano's dugout. Because we got our guy JT Blaze, Jake Poff, there on the camera. I could see him panic, fall backwards, and do a little double dip.
Yeah, don't do the ZPC now.
It only works on sports, not brothers.
Oh, just misses outside. The count goes to 2-2.
That's got to be frustrating because, I mean, you've been getting that call all day.
Maybe curved around the plate a little too much.
I mean, in my opinion, I thought it was a little off, but.
And this one's hit right to Lenny. Scoops it up, bobbles it, throws it to first, and he's out at first.
Woo. Good job staying with it.
Yeah, that was a pretty clase play down there.
Yeah, and good job. Potts out of the box pretty quick and made that a lot closer.
Yeah, Derek Eaton down there, the base umpire had to make the tough call, and he got it right. So 2 outs, and it brings up Richard Herrera.
Don't worry, I did that earlier too. So make me not feel bad. You're a good partner.
First pitch outside, ball 1. Herrera flew out to the left fielder in his first at bat. So 0 for 1 today. And this one's ripped right to Rubacaba.
Easy money.
Throws it over to first for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, heading to the bottom of the 4th.
Bottom of the fourth, still scoreless. The 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up to the plate. Josh Lenny, who I think has the best walk-up song of all the Falcons, Eastbound and Down, from the great movie Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree there.
Oh, this one's kind of poked in the right field. Tough play. It gets
Fair
down
ball.
fair. It's going to roll it to the corner. And Lenny's going to stay at first. That's a leadoff single for Josh Lenny.
I'm a hip-hop guy, so I can't join that party. See, back in business right here. G-Money, prime time. And he's not having a good look over down to Stover. He's like, really, I'm batting 354, coach, and you want me to bunt? Because you're probably going to see the bunt here. You
have to.
Nobody out. You got a runner on base. Stover, it's about 99% of the time he's going to ask for a bunt. But if I'm Webster here, just bunt it foul twice. Let him swing.
So it's foul. Back count goes 0-1. So
see, that just shows you the trust that Stover has in Garland Webster. Now he's like, kid, you had your chance.
Got to have faith in the young man who has a outstanding freshman campaign going. Pick over to first, nothing working. Lenny just kind of flipping his hand up there, trying to distract the pitcher.
Then Webster led off the second, grounded out to short.
And he ropes this one. Oh, what a grab there by Villafana, trying to turn two, and he's safe at first. Ooh. What a play by Jeff Villafana.
Hashtag SC Top 10.
Wow.
He's trying to get right in there with Rubalcaba, and man, what a play. And after that, heads-up play to get the lead runner at second, and they were very close to doubling up Garland Webster there.
Yeah, good strong throw from Matthew Tarantino at shortstop position.
Yeah, great defensive game so far here early on.
So Darian Evans coming to play 0 for 1, struck out, and in his first at-bat, looking to right the ship here. He has his elephant ear out, so needs to tuck in that back pocket. Let's see if he'll bring him some good luck. Little hit and run, chops it foul.
What was that stat you were telling me?
I believe a couple years ago I saw a stat from the Major League Baseball that batters who had an elephant ear is when your pocket is outside of your back pocket there.
And Darian Evans right there. He heard you. He tucked it in right after he said that. He really did.
Yeah, I tell him before games, man, hey, make sure you
if he gets a hit right here, your theory is correct.
So that stat.
Just say it.
The stat line was the batters with elephant ears went 20 for 150.
And that is not good. That's like 175.
Yeah, I believe it was like 40 of them were strikeouts, something around there.
That's all you need to do, just tuck it in.
Yep. But you know, when you had the batting gloves back there, it's hard to tuck it in. So the 0-1. High, ball one.
And this is a guy that's really starting to get hot now. During non-conference, was batting right around the Mendoza line. Now he's up to 264 with 5 RBIs. And he's a guy, if he gets hot, man, he can really just add so much depth to this lineup.
Yeah, you know, in conference right now, his stat line, 348 base percentage, a 423 on base, and a 478 slugging percentage.
Yeah, so he's almost got that 1,000 OPS.
Mm-hmm. With a double, a triple, 3 RBIs, 4 runs scored, 8 hits. And there's a strike on the outside corner. The count goes 0-2.
Been very impressed with Eric Smith here. He's just doing a good job, and he's been really throwing that fastball a lot, but every once in a while he'll throw in that changeup, and that's what he got Darian Evans to swing and miss at for strike 3.
Yeah, you know, he's only getting 2 hits so far in this game. That ball's in the dirt. That changeup once again. Count goes to 2-2.
He's like, you ain't get me again. That one a little lower than the one that got him.
Mm-hmm.
And Darian Evans. If I would say this guy could probably hit a ball farther than any other Falcon.
Yeah.
He looks like a middle linebacker.
Kind of looks like Bam Bam. Oh, he lifts this one out of play. So good battle here by Darian Evans to stay alive.
And, of course, Darian Evans, I mean, this kid was a stud football player at Rodriguez High School. Also helped Rodriguez High School win a section championship in baseball.
Good, go Mustangs.
But football has fallen off quite a bit for Rodriguez ever since Coach Bent got let go, and that was a horrible decision for your alma mater, your high school. Coach Bent, one of the best football coaches around, and I believe he's at American Canyon helping out there.
Yeah, and American Canyon's got a good program going on, the newest
Really
high
good.
school around this area.
And they got a couple of kids playing at Oregon.
Yeah.
Jamon Dotson, along with Chris Cisse, who was starting corner in the Rose Bowl and the championship.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
That high cheese, man.
Yeah, couldn't lay off that one there.
Fell in the trap.
So got him with the change the first time, came with the high cheese the second time.
And that's just the most, I believe that's the most lethal combo a pitcher can have, man. You have that killer changeup and that fastball. I mean, just look, Clayton Kershaw's got everything.
Yeah.
But when his changeup and fastball is working, as it was against Colorado Rockies last year, when he had his, should have been a perfect game. Hanley. See ya.
So Bo Siegel coming up. He was hit by the pitch in his first at-bat. First pitch in there, strike 1. That's probably the best pitch he's going to see right there, right over the heart of the plate.
Are you one of those guys that you should just swing right away, or are you one of those guys that take a pitch, take a couple?
You know,
but sometimes that first pitch is the best pitch you're going to see the whole at-bat.
But we're still early in this game in the 4th inning. You know, you want to throw pitches. You want to get the
2 outs, though.
You want to get into the bullpen. You want to get in and throw pitches.
I can't win this argument, can I?
Nope. Ooh, checks his swing. He holds up.
Ooh. And I love how the home plate umpire asks the infield umpire. Like, he can really see from right there that angle. Like,
yeah, so 1-1 count now to Bo. You know, this wind is just changing directions. Now it's blowing in right on us from center field, so Bo's going to have to get good contact and keep it low.
Hey, there's a reason why they call it Mother Nature. Just can't make up its mind.
Count goes 2-1.
You're going to stay out of that one, not get in trouble there?
Exactly. My mom does watch these broadcasts.
I tried to get Tyler last week. He did the same thing. I got to wait till I get on the mic with the old man behind us running the board today. He would jump in now. He'd still be talking about it right now, to be honest.
Oh, and this one's lifted in the left field. Son is under it. Son can't find it. It drops down, and it's a foul ball. Once again, that wind just kept pushing it and pushing it. I think Jonah's son might have lost it there for a minute. So now the count goes 2-2 to Bo. 2 outs, runner on first.
And that's how you know I wasn't feeling it today. If you look at my defensive chart right there, I've got left field where right field's at, and that's not good. But luckily, you're doing the play-by-play, so you're calling their names.
Yep.
Good thing you're not looking at my stuff, too.
I can't read your chicken trash anyway.
Yeah, that's true. So I guess I can go ahead and switch that.
Typical Dodgers fan over here.
Hey. Hey, at least we're not going to be in last. Oh, the Rangers actually will be without you, Darvish, now. Tommy John surgery.
Astros will still be down there, too.
I don't know. They made some nice moves.
They
Picked
got
up
Lowry.
Evan Gaddis.
Yeah.
A little bit of pop. They made some other moves, too, but I'm too old. I can't remember.
2-2. In the dirt, ball 3. So
Good
full
at bat.
count. Yeah, full count, bases loaded. Garland will be on the move here. Let's see if Bo can find a gap right here with Garland on the move and try to score him from first.
And you know what always happens? Usually when a guy should make a catch for that final out, usually something happens right here where they find a way to get a run. Probably just jinxed it, though.
This was roped down the right field line. Foul.
But Bo, you can tell it's each pitch. He's getting way more comfortable against the lefty Smith. I mean, he's making good contact right there and just pulled it a little foul. And you know how it is as a batter. You get plucked in your first at bat.
Yeah.
You want to come back and do some damage.
Outside, ball 4. So great at bat right there
was.
for Bo Siegel with a couple walks today. So first and second, 2 outs. Going to bring up Ian Acosta.
And Acosta, weak pop up to first base. D. Martini.
Number 22, Ian Acosta.
Yeah, how about his walkout song? So Smash Mouth.
Right.
Talking about early 2000s.
When was this? Yeah, like 8th grade or 7th grade?
Something around there, middle school.
It was way back.
You know, I remember the song "Hey Now You're an All-Star." That's a classic one from Smash Mouth.
That's their best jam.
Yeah, of
no
course.
doubt.
They're actually from the Bay Area.
Where?
From the San Jose area.
Oh, there we go.
They were established.
You know your home very well there, partner.
Yeah, my old boss actually grew up with them, so that's the only reason why I knew that.
Oh, wow.
Metallica, also from the San Jose area.
I knew they were
Steve
because
Miller
they're
Band,
always
San
'cause
Francisco.
the Giants always have those stupid Metallica. I love Metallica, but I lost a lot of respect for them after they have Giants nights there.
How about Steve Perry? Great singer from Journey. Don't Stop Believing. Curveball roped right at
Nice
right
play.
at Tarantino, scoops it up, takes the easy way at second base. So Solano strands 2, heading to the top of the 5th.
And welcome back here. Top of the 5th. And really, Stosh, it's been all about the pitchers here through the first 4.
Yeah, you know, it's definitely a pitcher's duel, all knotted up at zeros right now with the 9-1-2 hitters coming up for the Mariners. And this one's roped into left field. Going back is Meekum. He makes the grab. Oh, and slams into the fence for out number 1. What a play by Josh Meekum.
Man, this team defensively, biggest difference this year is how good they are defensively. Last year, a little shaky defensively, but, man, especially in the outfield. Of course, Joey Dotson, center fielder, great speed. But as you saw there, Josh Meekum, man, this kid can ball out and left.
But what a swing on the bat by Villafana. I mean, he poked that out there, and that ball just kept carrying him. That's a short fence over there, too. First pitch in there, strike called to Matthew Tarantino, who's 0 for 2 today. Both of his balls have been hit to Rubalcaba. And like we say, hit to the shortstop position, you know, you can put that down.
It's going to be an out.
Yep. And this one's popped up behind the plate. Acosta going back. Does he have enough room? And just gets out of play. So count goes 0-2.
Sorry, fans, we couldn't give you a shot there.
Man, you know, the way the sky is today, it's a little overcast, but not too much. But when that ball goes up, it's hard to see right now.
Yeah, as we saw earlier with Jonah's son, he lost that one in foul territory in the bottom of the 4th.
So the 0-2 pitch.
That one's hit well.
In the left field. That ball is carrying. Meekum's going over it. It bounces off the top of the wall and stays in the ballpark. And Solano catches the break right there.
Wow. I love how it just hit the top of the fence and came back. Usually you don't see that with these type of fences. Usually you'll see that in MLB parks, obviously, when they've got a lot more. Yeah, exactly. I've never seen that, but Solano catches a break there. I thought that was gone right when he hit it, too.
I did, too, especially that the wind seems to be carrying it that way, which we saw on the ball hit by Villafana.
And that ball's hit way harder.
So a couple hard-hit balls off of Nathan Janess, and Stover's going to go out and have a chat with Sam Morgan at the plate, who's 1 for 2 today with a single and a strikeout looking. While we have a mound meeting, let's do a little station identification. You're tuned in to the Solano College Sports Network, your home for Solano Sports. Stosh Moore, Zach Poff here in the broadcast booth. And we want to say thank you guys for watching and tuning in for this excellent BBC matchup here.
And Tarantino now with 9 extra base hits on the season. That was the 7th double on the year. He was hoping it was going to be a second home run.
He had the home run trot going. You know, I think if he hustled hard out of the box, he could have found himself on third base.
Third, yeah. And Tarantino, I mean, leadoff hitter, but leads the team with 17 RBIs and showing off that pop there on that last cut.
First pitch outside, ball 1.
And usually you see this a lot with pitchers. As you get to the lineup through the 3rd time, they're on to you.
Mm-hmm.
And as we've seen, I mean, Tarantino there smoked that ball.
They're not waiting around. They're seeing a fastball. They're just gripping and ripping. That ball's in the dirt. Good block by Ian Acosta.
Like I said, man, if swing at that first pitch, it might be the best pitch you're going to see.
You know, now, like, 3rd time through the lineup, I say, okay, you see that fastball, you know.
Now you're coming to my side, baby.
Your first at-bat, you really want to see his pitches. Second at-bat, all right, see what he's going to come at, how he changes. And the 3rd time, you have a pretty good idea on what he's going to throw at you in different counts and whatnot. Inside, and he leaned into that one, but they call it dead. And that is a hit by the pitch.
And now you got to deal with Ryan Schultz, and this kid, 325, 1 homer, 9 RBIs in his last at bat. Hit a double.
Now batting.
But you know what Janess is hoping for
Ryan
here?
Schultz.
A hard hit ground ball right at Lenny or Rubalcaba.
You know, I'm interested why the umpires, you know, they gave him the hit by a pitch, but he pretty much leaned into that. He even tried to get out of the way, ducked his elbow down, but, you know, trying to manufacture runners as much as you can, I guess. First and second, 1 out. Good curveball. Strike 1. I mean, that's what you got to do right there.
Yeah, that's been his bread and butter here through the first 4+. I mean, that curveball has been his moneymaker here.
Yeah, Schlatt comes in with 9 RBIs on the season, 6 in the Bay Valley Conference play. So he's looking to get number 7 and 8 possibly here. Curveball, a strike 2, back-to-back curves. Good job by Nathan Janest.
And now here, Nate Janest up 0-2. I think we might see a little high cheese right here maybe. So hard for hitters to lay off that high fastball.
Goes outside, ball 1.
And that looked like they were, I don't want to say a pitch out, but pretty close to it as they noticed Sam Morgan, big lead over at first base.
Yeah, Acosta's not afraid to throw the ball around. He's got a good, strong arm back behind the plate. Curveball once again just misses low. The count goes 2-2.
And that's a tough pitch to take right there, but it was a little low. Good take there, Ryan Schultz. I think I've said that about 6 different ways now. 7 and 8 are coming up soon, though, so stay tuned.
So the 2-2. Back pick. Oh, close play, but gets back safely. Good throw there. Good move by Nathan Janest.
Yeah, really nice move from Janest. Tarantino heads up play. Knew it was coming. Doesn't have the biggest lead at second base, too, so able to get back in. So you got a big gap between short and third right here.
Another curveball ripped right back up the middle. Dotson gets to it quickly. They're going to hold him up at third. So now it's going to be bases loaded with Stephen DiMartini coming up.
And this will be the second time Janest has had to deal with the bases loaded. Last time, he was able to get out of it with no runs. But this time, only 1 out.
DiMartini comes in. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout.
329 on the season.
He's your four-hitter. This is exactly the situation you want to have happen right now.
You want him to clean up the bases right here. And you got Dominic DeVille on deck, who flew out with the bases loaded in his last at-bat.
This one's chopped
double play ball.
Rubalcaba, tough play to second, to first. And they got a double play to end the inning. So once again, the Marin Mariners strand the bases loaded, and we're heading to the bottom of the 5th.
Hi, my name is Rebecca LeCount. I'm one of the counselors here at Solano Community College. I'm here to let you know that counselors are available to help you with academic and career advising. Our job is to help you successfully reach your goals. Whether your goal is to obtain a certificate, an associate's degree, or to transfer, it's important to have an educational plan to guide you along the way. We want to make sure that you are taking the classes that you need and not taking ones that won't help you reach your goals. I encourage you to come by the counseling office to see a counselor to develop or update your educational plan as soon as possible. For new students, creating an educational plan is one of the steps that you need to take in order to obtain priority registration. Developing the ED plan will allow you to plan your semester schedule in advance and will give you a better chance to get those classes that you need. You can drop by the counseling office in Building 400 on the main campus or call to make an appointment at 707-864-7101. You can also book appointments online at solano.edu. We also have counseling appointments available in Vacaville, Vallejo, and at the Travis Air Force Base. Remember, we're here to help you. Please come by and see us today.
Bottom of the 5th, still scoreless here at Billy Luis Yarbrough Stadium. It's been a pitcher's duel today here. We have Briar Litz, the 8-hitter, coming up, followed by the 9-1. So Briar Litz came up and ripped a double in his first at-bat. So let's see if he can stay hot right now and find himself a second hit of the ballgame.
And he got stranded at third base. They couldn't get him home with 1 out with Rubalcaba and Dotson.
Way outside, ball 1.
So I know Rubalcaba is hoping to get another chance with a guy on base. Couldn't cash in the run back in the 3rd inning. And Briar Litz, a guy hoping to fill in that DH role on a more permanent basis.
And this one's roped right in the left field. So once again, Briar Litz, a leadoff single.
Keeps doing that. He's going to be that permanent DH.
Yeah.
2 for 2.
You know, that's the type of production you like to see at the bottom of your lineup. As a hit hitter, has 2 hits, where Solano has only 3 hits in the ballgame, and Briar Litz has 2.
Yeah, and especially it's huge when you turn it back to the top of the order to give these guys a chance to bat with guys on base. Because when you got speed like with Rubalcaba and Joey D, I mean, you can just make things happen. But Josh Meekum, the number 9 hitter, probably will be asked to get the sacrifice bunt down again.
Late bunt gets it down. This is a good one. He's got good speed. Throws over to first. High throw. And he gets the foot down. And that is a great bunt. Almost beats it out, Josh Meekum. But he gets the job done and gets Briar Litz over to second base with 1 out.
How about the athleticism shown by the first baseman, Steve DiMartini there, able to catch that one in foul territory and still able to touch that bag just in time. Now, you know, earlier I was saying who might have the best walk-up song. You know, I'm not Mexican, but I do. This is my jam right here. I like it. You just kind of get in the mix a little bit. Yeah. And, you know, the ladies love the salsa.
Yeah,
so.
you know, him and Andres Quijada, the catcher, you know, they like to have the salsa. Yeah, it's a Cuban song, Zach. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, now we got Big Kahuna there messing with us. Who knows?
We'll have to ask him after the game.
It's got a good ring to it, though.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. That's a rarity to see from Alvaro Rubalcaba, swinging at something outside the strike zone for the first pitch.
He was trying to hit that ball over the scoreboard right there. I think he thought he was going to get a hanger there, and nice job, Eric Smith. Get that one in the dirt.
So Alvaro really wants to cash in here in an RBI situation. Really try to pick his team up. One swing of the bat can do it. Once again, curveball, swing and a miss, strike 2. He's just taking his head off of it.
Yeah, good job, Eric Smith there. 2 back-to-back pitches out of the zone. Noticing Alvaro Rubalcaba aggressive in this at-bat, so why help him out and throw it over the strike zone?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see another curveball right here.
Yeah. Yeah, just throw the same exact pitch. See if Rubalcaba can lay off.
Once again, strike 3. It's in the dirt. Trouble picking it up, throws it down to first, and that is out number 2.
Big time strikeout right there for Eric Smith. I believe that's his 2nd strikeout on the afternoon.
Yeah, it just seems that Alvaro Rubalcaba has just been fooled by that curveball. 3 straight curveballs in the dirt.
Joey Dodson.
Now it brings up Joey Dodson, 0 for 2 today, looking for his first hit. And Solano can really use a hit right here. Once again, runner in scoring position. All knotted up at zeros. One could do it the way this game's been going.
Yeah. Big time situation right here. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs.
Eric Smith comes set. He kicks and fires. Curveball in there, strike call. The count goes 0-1. So that's 4 straight curveballs from Eric Smith.
And just perfectly placed, too. I mean, we saw him with Rubalcaba able to get it out of the strike zone, and there you see him right on the outside corner, right at the knees. Joey Dodson, the reigning NorCal Player of the Week. First Falcon ever. Seeing if he can stay hot.
Squares right him up, pulls it back. That's ball 1 in the dirt.
Joey Dodson getting hot at the right time. Now up to 258, 9 RBIs. But what I've been most impressed with Joey Dodson with is his glove in center field and the range he has out there. Joey Wheels Dodson.
And the 1-1. Trying to drop it down. Pulls it back. Ball 2. Count goes to 2-1. So Dodson has a lot of speed. Maybe he's trying to bunt his way on. The base is here. You know, Briar's out there. He's like, hey, come on, guys. Get me in.
He's like, I don't want to get stranded twice.
That's a good hitter's count now, 2-1. Yeah, you want to look for something you can really drive into the gap. And there it is, hit right to the second baseman, Villafana. He picks it up, throws it over to first for out number 3. So Solano strands 1, heading to the top of the 6th.
Hello, my name is Eric Visser. I'm the Director of Athletics of Solano College Athletics. I want to congratulate our student athletes, our coaches, our staff, and especially our fans for another outstanding season of Solano College athletics.
Top of the 6th inning. Nathan Jeunesse coming out for his 6th inning of work. He has a 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up. Dominic DeVille, 1 for 2 today. Roped the double back in the 2nd inning. Hopped on an inside fastball. Then flew out to the left fielder in his 2nd at-bat. First pitch in there. Strike call. The count goes 0-1.
And that 2nd at-bat came with the bases loaded. And the Mariners have had the bases loaded twice and no runs to show for.
How about that 6-4-3 double play? Strike 2.
And we were talking about this during the break, and Rubalcaba, man, just did a good job, got it out of his glove quick.
Yeah.
And also a good stretch over there by Grandpa, Big Bo Siegel.
Outside, ball 1, yeah. Got a good stretch out there, and they just got him, you know. The Stephen DiMartini. This one's popped up in shallow right field. Evans coming in, making the long run. He's under it. He makes the grab for out number 1. Getting his little.
Whose camera shot is that? Is that Jake? A little shaky.
I think that's Chelsea Williams.
Oh, it was a really good shot. I was just joking.
Jonah Sun.
So Jonah Sun coming up to the plate now. 0 for 1 today. Ground out to the shortstop and also has a walk. So Jeunesse needs a quick inning here. First pitch in there, strike call. The count goes 0-1. I love to see this from Jeunesse right now. He's getting in later, and he's really fine-tuning, hitting his spots, and just seems like he keeps going and keeps going, getting out of these jams, too. Oh, this one's roped right through the 3.5 hole, and that is going to get down for a base hit.
Yeah, the thing I've loved most with Jeunesse, though, is he's not falling in love with one pitch. He's done a good job of going back fastball, curveball, and trying to keep hitters off balance, but it didn't work right there against Jonah Sun, who's all over that one and smoked it to right for a 1-out single.
So here comes Coach Stover. I believe we're going to have a pitching change with James Potts coming up to the plate. You know, he ate up a lot of innings today for the Falcons. So great outing by Nathan Jeunesse.
And, you know, he's got to be a little ticked off, though. Pitchers love to factor in get that win. So, at best, he'll get a no decision. But, man, straight zeros through 5 for Nate Jeunesse. And get a look at the new pitcher for Coach Stover, Peyton Tyler, the 5'8", 155-pound sophomore, the lefty out of Rio Vista High School. And Peyton Taylor has been stellar in his 7 previous appearances. 1-1 record, ERA at a sexy 1.80, 15 innings, 18 strikeouts, only 5 walks.
A final stat line here for Nathan Jeunesse. He went 5 1/3, gave up 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 5 hits, no runs, no earned runs. He does have a runner on, so that could possibly change, but that's the way it's in the book right now. And like I said, Peyton Tyler, the lefty, he got some gas in his arm right there, and he's got a good curveball, so it's going to be interesting to see. With James Potts coming up, he's a left-handed hitter, so a lefty-lefty matchup with a runner on first. Maybe try to get him roll over something, do a double play, and get out of the inning.
Yeah, and too, it's got to be nice too. You had Jeunesse go the whole 5 1/3, and now you switch it up and you bring in a lefty. So now the hitter's got to adapt to that. And man, I've been talking about this all year. Solano's bullpen is the reason why they're 6-0 in conference play. Their bullpen has been, I believe, their best attribute to this team so far in the year. As we saw last year in baseball, how important is a bullpen?
Yep.
Ask the San Francisco Giants and the Kansas City Royals.
Without the Royals bullpen, I don't think they would be in that World Series game, especially that wild card game against the A's. They threw out all their stops.
And both our teams, what was one of our biggest issues? Bullpen.
Back end,
If you don't have a good bullpen, you're not going to do anything.
I still blame John Lesser for the loss. He didn't try to pick over once. 8 stolen bases. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. And, I mean, if you're a lefty.
So we have a pinch runner coming in. It's going to be Chris Heyman, number 5.
And Heyman, I mean, he's really one of their best players, too, so obviously he's going to stay in the game. And
Tyler.
Kid's only batting, 408? But on the bases, 1 for 1. Stolen bases.
Yeah, Chris Heyman comes in 408 average, you know. He leads the team in hits with 20 hits so far on the season.
He's like, Coach, I thought I was getting a day off.
Trying to drop down the bunt. Pitch is in there. Strike call. The count goes 0-1. So good pitch there by Peyton Tyler. That's something you want to see when a guy comes out of bullpen. Just come in throwing strikes.
Yeah. So Jonah Sun finishes this one 1 for 2. Reach base safely twice with the walk. Now X'd out as Heyman now taking his spot.
Good curveball. Strike 2. Whew. That thing hung, and then bit right at the end. Pulling the string out there.
That was like your old guy who just signed a minor league deal with you guys once again right there.
Barry Zito.
Yes, sir.
Former Cy Young Award winner. 2002. Outside, ball 1.
Then he got paid and decided, hey, let's get an ERA +5. Did help the Giants win a World Series, though. Played a vital role in that one. Won that game.
I believe it was
game 5.
Game 5.
They were up. They were down 3-1. Won that one. Got it back to the Bay. Rest is history.
Pick over. Got him leaning. Ooh.
Looked like Bo Siegel's glove might have got stuck a little bit in the dirt there. A little slow. Try to get the tag. Not the best throw either.
Yeah, a little bit off. You know, if that throws right on the money, you had him all day. Caught him leaning. You know, it's hard coming off the bench. You know, Chris Heyman has been playing this game. You come out and you have a lefty on the mound, you know. Still, you know, trying to wake up a little bit, get involved in the game.
Yeah, that stanky leg over there just got caught in the ground.
Oh, this one's poked down the left field line. It's going to go out of play. Foul.
And you got to tip your cap right there to Potts. Just a good job to get a piece.
Yeah, he just flicked his hands and just trying to stay alive. That was a good curveball from Peyton Tyler.
Yeah, Janess and now Tyler. I mean, the curveball has been working for both these guys.
So the 1-2 checking over. That was a slow move there. Something I like to see, that throw back from Bo to Peyton. You see Garland Webster coming to back up.
That's you don't see
baseball.
that too often, too. The game's changed.
Yeah, coming down to 6th inning, still scoreless. Every run counts at this point of the ball game. Good curveball, just a bit high, ball 2.
And that's one thing Marquez has not really been giving that high strike call so far in this one. You got to love it, though. Matthew Marquez, very consistent with his strike zone here today, and that's all you can ask for if you're a pitcher.
Exactly. Consistency. Call it both ways, it's all good. Curveball. Ooh. Saying it hit him.
Come on, man. Yeah, and it worked.
Oh, and they call it was hit by the pitch, and Stover's going to come out and talk to the umpire. I'm not too sure about that call.
You know what? I'm going to disagree with you along with the old man running the board. I believe that did get his sleeve right there.
But I don't think he made enough effort to get out of the way.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
So that's 2 hit by the pitches, or batsmen hit for the Marin Mariners. Both of them seem to be leaning. So
they must have a good debate program at Marin, though, because he was very persuasive in his argument there. And boom, first base.
So now 1 out, 1st and 2nd. You got Richard Herrera coming up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today with a fly out and a ground out to the shortstop. Squaring around the bunt. Can't get it down. Outside, ball 1.
And it seems like each inning, Marin's getting guys on the bases. In the 2nd inning, they stranded 2. 3rd and 5th, they had the bases loaded, didn't score a run. And now they got 2 runners on here in the 6th with 1 out.
Yeah, they have 8 total stranded base runners out on the base paths today.
So they're looking for that big hit to crack it open. Curve outside, ball 2. So Peyton's really going to have to come in, throw a strike here, something low, and get a ground ball, double play, and get out of the inning.
Yeah, if you're Peyton right here, you want to get out of this inning and find a way to get Gerarda and Villafana out if it gets to him. You don't want this to go back to the top of the order this inning.
So now it's 3-0. Acosta's going to go out and talk to Peyton Tyler.
As you see Chris Rost. Well, actually, I saw it. I guess you guys didn't see it watching on the monitor, but he's going to grab his glove. He's going to go get juiced up. And Chris Rost came out of the bullpen last week and did a pretty good job through a couple innings. Gave up 1 unearned run, I believe. And that was that walk-off win against Yuba back on the last day of February.
So 3-0 to count to Gerarda. Squares around the bunt. Comes right down the middle, strike 1.
And that just shows you he's got more confidence in his off-speed than his fastball there. 3-0 count. So get me over strike.
That's one of those, maybe you bunt that down. Get the job done, advance the runners. I mean, get the 90 feet you might need to get one on the board. Coming back, he lofts this one up in the infield.
Infield fly should be the call right here.
Yep. They do call the infield fly, and Lenny grabs it for out number 2.
Big time out right there from Peyton Tyler. And, man, you just got to battle. You're down 3-0. And get a strike, and then you get a weak pop-up. And you got to get this out right here. You don't want this to go to the top of the order, especially we saw Tarantino was an inch away from a home run his last at-bat.
Yeah, Villafana, he was pretty close himself. Josh Miko made a great catch out in left field, and he gave it a ride, so he shows he has some pop. But that was also off Nathan Jeunesse, now a new pitcher, Peyton Tyler. Fastball low and inside, ball 1. So need to get this guy here. Like you said, you do not want the big boys on the top of the lineup coming up right now in this situation. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
He just got a ton of confidence in that curveball, and that's his go-to pitch.
Yeah, definitely, sped up his bat there. Now come back with a fastball. I mean, he set himself up perfectly here in a 1-1 count. Curveball poked over the head of Rubalcaba. Mika picking it up. They're waving him home. Strong throw, but he's in there safely. Marin takes the lead, 1-0.
And right there, that's where you'd like it if your corner outfielder could just find a way to get that one all the way to home plate. Just not enough time for the cutoff there by Garland Webster. So first run on the board, man. The number 9 hitter cashing in.
And now it brings up Matthew Tarantino. As we said, he's 1 for 3 today with that long double hit off the top of the fence. I think he hit it exactly 330.
I think so. That's a good guess right there. And I can tell you, Tyler's hoping he doesn't hit a 330 right here.
Yeah. First pitch right at Rubalcaba. He scoops it, flips it over to second for out number 3. So Marin cracks the scoreboard open, 1-0, heading to the bottom of the 6th.
Bottom of the 6th inning, the 3-4-5 hitters coming up. Josh Lane stepping up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. Singled in his last at bat. So now Marin is leading 1-0. So Solano's going to have to get the bats hot right now with Eric Smith coming out in his 6th inning of work. First pitch, Lenny's low, ball 1. Oh, and they appealed it, and the first base umpire said yes, he did go around. So the count goes 0-1. Home crowd isn't too happy about that call. Strike on the outside corner. The count goes 0-2. So Smith has Lenny in the hole quickly. 0-2. Has a lot of pitches to work with. Let's see what he comes with here. Curveball. Hit right to Tarantino. On the run. Makes a good throw. Just beats Lenny out for out number 1. Now it's going to bring up Garland Webster, who's 0 for 2 today, grounded into a fielder's choice in his last at-bat. He hit a hot shot to the second baseman, Jeff Villafana. Villafana made a good diving play. They almost got a double play out of it, but Garland's too fast to allow that to happen here. So let's see if Garland can start the hit and rally here for the Falcons. First pitch, fastball called strike. Count goes 0-1. Yeah, Garland batting a .409 in conference play so far. Having himself a great freshman campaign. Outside, ball 1. Outfield playing normal depth. Maybe shaded a little in, the wind swirling. High and outside, ball 2.
It's hoping to come back and it'd be 1-1.
So the 2-1. Smith taking a long time. Now he's ready to go. He rocks and fires. And this one's hitting the right center field, going over Sam Morgan. Morgan's camped under it. He makes the grab for out number 2.
So Webster now 0 for 3. Darian Evans coming up 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts.
Right fielder, number 28, Darian Evans.
Yeah. Last at bat battled, but just couldn't get over that hump, you know. Hasn't quite figured out Eric Smith. Eric Smith's had his number all game long.
And not many Falcons outside of Briar Litz have figured out Eric Smith.
And that curveball was high, but it was called a strike. I believe curved in there. So the 0-1. And this one's ripped right in the 3.5 hole. So Darian Evans has himself a 2-out single.
And right there, that's the spot Darian Evans, perfect style for him to come up. Nobody on, 2 outs. It allows him to be aggressive at the dish. Doesn't have to worry about getting the bunt down or anything like that. And when Darian Evans is aggressive like that, there's a reason why he's been playing so well in conference play. He's finally aggressive and doing a good job that time going the other way.
Yeah, Darian wasn't waiting around. He saw a pitch he liked and just went with it. And that was a good piece of hitting, especially now with Bo Siegel up 2 outs. And Bo likes to use that 3.5 hole. Low and outside, ball 1.
And a big hole over there, obviously, with the first baseman holding on Darian Evans. So it's got to be a nice thing to see for a left-handed hitter.
Yeah, you know, if Eric Smith's smart, he's going to try to pitch him away, try to get him to roll over on something. Don't let him make a good contact. And that pitch called a strike down at the ankles. So the count goes to 1-1. The home crowd is not liking this inning. They're getting pretty frustrated here at Billy Louise Yarborough Stadium.
Yeah. I mean, I'd stay out of those. I don't want the Solano fan base coming after me, so. I mean, that strike zone's been there all day.
Oh, Bo swings at a high fastball, popped up in the infield. This could be trouble. 2 Marin Mariners under it. And Tarantino makes the grab for out number 3. So Solano strands 1, heading to the top of the 7th.
My name is Jesse Branch.
We want to thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
So top of the 7th inning, Marin leads 1-0.
You know, I look a lot better with the pole in front of my face. So, just saying.
Oh, yeah, you got a good little shot of us there.
Morgan.
So Sam Morgan, Ryan Schultz, and Steve DiMartini due up in this inning. First pitch to Morgan is low for ball 1. Peyton Tyler out here for his 2nd inning of work. Trying to eat up some innings for this bullpen. Good pitch in there, strike called. The count goes to 1-1. You know, Solano just hasn't been able to manufacture like that rally that we're used to seeing from them. Good curveball, just a bit outside. The count goes to 2-1.
Yeah, so far the story of this game has been Eric Smith. I mean, the way he's been pitching for Marin, Solano really hasn't done much at the dish.
Swing and a miss, strike 2, the high cheddar. Got him swinging.
And with Solano, too, I mean, pitching's, they've been getting out of jams, and they're keeping them in this game.
Yeah, Marin had a couple great opportunities to just blow the game open.
Bases loaded twice.
Strike 3 call, got him looking.
Now the Solano crowd starting to get back on Marquez's good side now after they get the strike call. That outside part of the strike zone's been there all day, though.
Third baseman, Ryan
In the
Schultz.
previous inning, you had a low strike, and then you had a high strike, too. Those haven't really been called much, so.
Yeah, so Ryan Schultz coming up to the plate now. He's 2 for 3 today with a double and a single. First pitch high and outside, ball 1. Just released it a tad early there by Peyton Tyler.
Yeah, Schultz having a pretty good game, 2 for 3. A double and a single.
This one fell back right into the dugout. And what a catch over there by Stephen DiMartini.
He made that look way too easy. He's even got a smile on his face. I can't believe I caught that.
Yeah, I think he saved the coaches that are sitting down over there.
He's hoping we got it on camera.
Oh, good curveball in there. Strike call. The count goes to 1-2. Hey, he's like, where's my nut?
Right? We've had a few here today.
Yeah.
Rubicaba, and then the play that.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. It's dropped. So Acosta's going to flip it down to first for out number 2.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Peyton Tyler.
Yeah, he's starting to feel it a bit now. And Stephen DiMartini coming up 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and grounded into a double play with a walk.
And don't worry, Jeff Villafana, your play at second earlier in this one was also SC Top 10 worthy.
SCSN Top 10 worthy.
Oh, my bad. My bad. We're going to get or kind of mix to it or a little music. What's our ringtone going to be?
We're still working on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next week we'll figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Good curveball in there. Quick 0-2 count.
Man, that curveball is dirty.
Peyton Tyler's starting to feel it now.
This kid, man, he chews his gum angrily, though, I noticed. Look at him. He's just in the zone, going, boom.
Strike 3 called. And Peyton Tyler strikes out the side, and we're heading to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch, folks.
I'm Neil Glines, the Dean of the School of Liberal Arts, and I want to thank you for watching Solano College Sports Network.
Bottom of the 7th inning, the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for Solano, and we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Marin Marins. It's Cooper Cassad. He comes into this game batting, 338.
He's batting 338, baby.
Final stat line for Eric Smith, who was outstanding today. 6-inning pitch, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 4 hits, and no earned runs allowed.
Yeah, that big fat 0, impressive, and he was just in control of the whole game. And Cooper Cassad, a guy they use a lot, coming out of the bullpen. 12, making his 13th appearance now.
First pitch. Strike called. The count goes 0-1 to Ian Acosta, who's 0 for 2 today. Now, this is the time for the Falcons. You got Eric Smith, who was pretty much unhittable out there today for the Falcons. Now it's time to crack into the bullpen and grip it and rip it and just start hitting. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Kind of half-hearted swing there. Had him fooled. And this guy's throwing some cheddar.
Yeah, I mean, Eric Smith had a little bit of velocity, but now you bring in Cassad. This guy, definitely the hardest thrower we've seen here today. 4th pitcher we've seen.
Low and outside, ball 1.
And if you're Solano here in this inning, you want to find a way to get a guy on, maybe a couple guys, and get it back to the top of the order with Rubalcaba and Dotson, and then hopefully get a chance with Lenny.
Well, this one's popped up in the center field. Potts is under it, calls it, makes the grab for out number 1.
So Acosta now 0 for 3.
Briar Litz, the DH, coming up.
He's
2 for 2.
He's mad Eric Smith's out of the game because he was really the only one that was really seeing Smith well.
So let's see if Briar Litz can stay hot right here. Outside, ball 1. So good take there by Briar. And you're hearing a lot of life from the Solano's dugout right now. They know they're in this game. They're hooting and hollering. That's what you need, especially they're used to coming back.
Yeah.
High, ball 2.
Yeah, Saturday's been the theme for walk-off wins for Solano. They had the walk-off win against Yuba, a 5-4 win, and they also had a 3-2 win against Santa Rosa.
Swing and fouled back right into the catcher's glove. The count goes 2-1.
So Cooper Cassad, the kid from Summerfield High School, doing a really good job out there, throwing heat. Summerfield High School, I believe, out in the Santa Rosa area.
And this one's hit, backhanded by Villafana. He throws it over to first for out number 2.
So Cassad starting off right where Eric Smith left off. 2 up, 2 down quickly.
Left fielder, number 26.
And that's the first time Mr. Litz has been retired. So Stover having a chat with Marquez.
Looks like it's going to be Alex Nesikevich coming up to the plate now.
And he was the hero in that Yuba game. Had the walk-off hit. It's a little grounder to short.
Yeah, let's see if he can get on here. We know Nesikevich has a lot of speed. He plays all over the outfield. If he gets on and Rubalcaba comes up with a big hit, we can see him get one in. First pitch in there, strike call. The count goes 0-1. I think Stover made the move for a lefty-righty matchup.
Yeah, a lot of depth for Stover here. He can do this a lot. Pinch hit late in games.
Low and inside, ball 1.
And Nesikevich, a guy, good, very patient, doesn't swing at many pitches out of the zone. Just a really smart ball player. And if it wasn't for Joey Dotson, he'd probably be the fastest guy on the team.
And this one's lifted out of play over the third base dugout where JT Blaze is up there. He looks like he's just hanging out right now.
Yeah, what's going on? He's not working over there?
His battery's dead, but it's still working.
So the count 1-2 to Nesikevich.
See, those are things I worry about with that child.
Come on, man.
And this one's hit right to Villafana. He picks it up, lobs it over to first for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down, and we're heading to the top of the 8th. Top of the 8th inning, Marin still leading 1-0 with the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up. Leading off is Dominic DeVille.
The fans might have missed the best duet ever there.
Oh, yeah, a little Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline.
You can never go wrong with Sweet Caroline.
Known at Fenway Park. You know, they played during the 8th inning. First pitch in there, strike call. The count goes 0-1. And, man, I'm really impressed with Peyton Tyler right here. Just coming right after these hitters, getting ahead.
Throwing
first pitch strike, yep. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The count goes 0-2.
In this game, we've seen how important it is for pitchers to get that first strike, stay ahead of hitters. I mean, there's a reason why it's a 1-0 game. I mean, pitchers have been in control, Peyton, throwing strikes.
Just a bit outside. The count goes 1-2.
Wow. I mean, I thought that was a ball, but that strike's been called pretty much all game.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. In the dirt, lob to first, and then completes the strikeout for out number 1.
Man, how about Peyton Tyler coming out of the pen? I believe that's his 3rd strikeout already.
Fourth in a row.
4th in a row. See, that's why I need to fill out my stat sheet. I didn't have it filled out, and I knew he struck out the first 2 in the 7th.
So now it's going to bring up Chris Heyman. This is his first at-bat of the game. Like I said, Chris Heyman leads the team with
He
a
might be their
408
best hitter.
average, 482 on base, 510 slugging.
Yeah,
First pitch, and nope.
Timeout called, Heyman.
A little bit of late timeout, but that's a smart thing by Peyton Tyler. You know, just go through the motion. There's so many injuries that happen when pitchers start and they stop. This was popped straight up.
I got it. I got it.
Playable. And goes out of play, so the count goes 0-1. Once again, getting ahead of the hitters.
Man, I love Peyton Tyler, though. I mean, this kid, talk about intensity on the mound. He's got that bulldog.
Kind of like a Jake Peavy.
Yeah, good comparison there.
It's coming out, you know.
I don't like you comparing guys to Giants, but I'll let this one slide.
Yeah, he was a Padre for a long time. That's the Peavy I'm talking about.
There you go. Red Sox,
maybe,
too?
Yeah,
World
maybe,
Series?
maybe a little Grant Balfour?
Grant Balfour, so overrated. Yeah.
I love the Raging Aussie. Trying to drop down the bunt, making him field his position. Tyler picks it up, bare hands, throws it first. And he's safe at first, so Heyman getting himself a bunt single.
And that just shows you the versatility for Mr. Heyman. This guy's batting .408, and next thing you know, he's going to sneak in a bunt single.
You know, I really like that play, actually, by Chris Heyman. You got Peyton Tyler retired 4 straight hitters on strikeouts, you know. Okay, now swing, just drop it down, make him field his position, kind of caught everybody off guard, and found himself over at first base, 1 out. With James Potts up at the plate, he had that hit by the pitch that ticked his shoulder, or his
I knew
his
you were going to
jersey,
bring that up.
Just barely ticked it. You know, like from the bench warmers, I ticked it.
Now we get a chance to see Tyler pitching out of the stretch.
Yeah, you know, Chris Heyman actually scored that go-ahead run back in the 6th inning. So he has some wheels. Quick throw. Ooh, a fake throw.
He faked you.
Yeah,
he got you.
Yeah.
Got him.
Got him. Curveball outside, ball 2.
And right here, you know he's hoping for a hard hit ground ball to Rubalcaba or Lenny. See if they can turn another double play. Now, after you told me that, I want to go buy that shirt. The 643 equals 2.
Yeah, I showed it to my friend. She had no idea. She goes, the math's wrong. I'm like, no, it's not. It's perfect. That pitch in there, strike call. The count goes 2-1.
And as a hitter, there's nothing you can do there. It's just a perfect 2-0 pitch.
You see a good shot there. Chris Rost warming up in the bullpen. You know, he'll come on to pitch the 9th.
And he was really the guy everyone thought was going to be their best pitcher this year.
Runner on the move. Curveball hit and run fouled back. So now the count will go to 2-2.
Man, this game just flew by.
Yeah.
It's already the 8th inning, and it's not even 3 o'clock.
That just hit 3 o'clock. So 2 hours into the ball game, 1-0. I mean, kind of the game we expected here.
Yeah, pitcher's duel. Good defense.
Runner on the move again. Hit and run. Hit out to left center field. That ball was tailing. Makes the grab by Nesikevich. And Heyman's going to have to hustle back. Oh, that could have been a close play, but smart by not throwing it, not risking him at a free 90 feet. So that's the second out of the inning.
I'm just glad you didn't fall for another pump fake right there.
He only gave me about once again.
And you know how it is when a guy checks in, Neskevich now in left, you're going to at least see one ball hit your way in that inning.
Catcher, Richard Harada.
So huge right here for Tyler to get out of this inning. Only one runner on at first base with 2 down.
Yeah, Richard Harada coming up to the plate now is 0 for 3 today, running on first 2 outs, and Peyton Tyler would like to end his day by walking into the dugout, by getting a 3rd out right here. Fastball just misses outside, ball 1. It looked like he wanted to call it, but he didn't call it.
Yeah, and I mean, Matt Marquez has been calling that all day too. Yeah, I think right after I said he's been very consistent this whole game, he's just, sorry, kid.
That pitch in there, strike called.
And now we're seeing that low strike called a lot more.
Yeah, you know, it's a good use of the changeup there. It really bit at the end, but it crossed where the knees are, and that is part of the strike zone. So good job by Marquez there by recognizing that.
And there's almost nothing you can do as a hitter except get on top of it, maybe foul it straight back.
And this one's kind of check swing right to Garland. He makes the grab for out number 3. So the Mariners strand 1, and we're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th inning. The 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up for Solano, and they have 6 outs to work with. You know, with Cooper Casad out on the mound, throwing some Ched. It's really going to have to start right here with Alvaro Rubalcaba if they want to muster up a comeback.
Yeah, this is in my opinion, this is the biggest situation in the game for the Falcons. Because if Rubalcaba gets on base, you don't even have to bunt him over. He's a guy that can go ahead and steal a bag, and then you can get the bunt down, and next thing you know, he's at third base with 1 out.
He's 0 for 3 today. He's hungry for a hit. He's due.
He's due, baby.
He's due. Outside, ball 1.
Now, remember earlier when I said he might be my favorite shortstop to watch, I didn't know Bubba Johnson was sitting right behind us. So we're going to find out, though, who's right between me and the old man behind me.
Count goes 2-0.
Definitely, if you're...
See, I can't make a call because I played with Bubba.
Bubba's your boy.
Against him.
He's your boy.
I've watched him a long time. And Alvaro, I mean, it's a tie for me. I had to say that.
Come on. Who's a tie?
There's no tying in baseball. Oh, hit right up the middle. And Alvaro Rubalcaba has a leadoff single.
Big time. This kid's clutch. You need somebody to step up, make a play, Alvaro's your guy. Now Joey Dodson's like
0 for 3. He's due too.
He's due for a bunt.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Right here though, we saw this against Yuba. Rubalcaba got on. Stover let Dodson take the pitch. Rubalcaba took off, stole second base. So
we haven't seen any steal attempts so far today on Richard Herrera.
And Rubalcaba, 13 out of 17 this year.
This is a clean game. We have not seen an error at all this game. He gets it bunt down perfectly. Dodson speedy. Can he beat it out? Oh, it just gets him. Good throw there by Ryan Schultz.
Did his job.
Yes, he did. Now it's going to bring up Josh Lenny. 1 for 3 today, the RBI leader for the Solano Falcons.
And this is the situation you want. You got the tie and run, scoring position, 1 out. Boom. You got Lenny and Garland Webster coming up, your 3-4 guys. And these guys have been cashing in all season long, and Stover's hoping they're going to do it again right here in the bottom of the 8th.
Man, I really thought Joey Dawson was going to beat that out.
I could tell.
Was a good, strong throw.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Mr. Schultz there at third base. Made a couple of nice plays in this one. like you said, partner, it's been a great defensive game.
High ball one. Yeah, clean all the way around. You know, it's like just two very good teams going right at it.
There's a reason why 6-0 and 5-1
Yeah.
in the BVC. Winner of this game will be all alone, and well, obviously not all alone in first place. Marin would be 6-1, and Solano would be 6-1.
Strike on the outside corner. Count goes 1-1.
But yeah, we're really seeing the two best teams, I believe, in the Bay Valley Conference. And you just talk about the turnaround Stover's had from last year to this year's team. I mean, huge improvements. Last year was just one of those off years. It happens in baseball. Baseball's that one sport, really, it's so unpredictable. That's why I love it.
Yeah, like Mike, Brian, Chelsea, they're all really
So right here, if you're Lenny, you got to be very aggressive here. You got a big hole between first and second with the second baseman holding Rubicaba pretty close to the bag. So
Cooper Casad, actually, that last pitch, I think he crossed up Gerarda behind the plate because that's why they went out and had the little mound meeting, stepping off there. So they're not on the same page with a runner on second base. You know, they're probably going second, third sign in there. So just getting on the same page here. So the 1-1 pitch. Runner on the move, in the dirt, and he's in there safely. Keeps the toe on the bag. What a time to steal a bag. Alvaro Rubicaba doing it all.
So smart. I mean, he just read Cooper Casad like a book, and he stole that bag easy. I knew right when he took off he was going to be in easily.
Hey, I'm glad he didn't pull a UNS Cespedes and overslide the bag.
All right.
Kept the toe on there.
Man,
So
that
here-
was big time. 14 stolen bags now for the best player in Northern California.
2-1 the count. Lenny just needs to find something, get something in the outfield. Got to get this running with one out.
That just shows you how dangerous Rubicaba is, though. He's got a single. Now there's only one out, and all of a sudden he's on third base. Great speed.
This one's hit right past the 3.5 hole. Rubicaba's going to come in to score, and Solano's RBI leader, Josh Lenny, adds one more to his total as we are tied at 1.
I mean, hey, let little John do the talking, baby. Turn down for what? This team is clutch, man. Josh Lenny coming up. I might be a freshman, but hey, coach, I got this. Rubicaba, man, though. Single, gets over to second with the bunt, and just heads up play, read the pitcher, stole third. Lenny's like, I got you, baby.
Yeah, it seems that Casad kind of struggles out of the stretch. Lenny just gets back. Good move there by Casad. I mean, what a dive, though, by Jeff Villafana. He almost had it.
Yeah.
I think it ticked his glove.
Yeah, and we saw him make a play like that earlier, one he
Yeah.
got and almost turned two.
So now Garland Webster.
Prime time.
0 for 3.
Ooh. Got him.
Oh, and they got him at first.
Man.
I wish I had a better view.
Yeah, I thought he got his hand in safely, but I tell you though, Lenny's happy that Stover does coach third base. Doesn't have to deal with him in the dugout right now. He will after the game though.
Oh, it almost hits his bat. That would have been a foul ball. So throwing a little chin music up over that curveball just slipped out of his hand.
When you see something coming at your face, it's a lot better when it's a curveball or changeup, not a high heater, especially from this guy.
And this one's chopped right to Villafana. He scoops it up, throws it over to first for out number 3. The damage is done. We're all tied up at 1s, heading to the top of the 9th.
Adam Coates, baby, checking in for Stover, third pitcher used, and I was telling you this. I believe this is Solano's best pitcher right here coming in for the 9th inning, all tied up 1-1.
I'm very impressed. A little bit of sidewinder. You know, he mixes and matches his pitching, does an excellent job. And he shows no emotion on the mound. He's up there, and he's just stone-faced, ready to throw the ball. Final stat line for Peyton Tyler. No walks, 4 strikeouts, 2 hits, no runs, no earned runs, and 2 2/3, cleaning up the mess from the scoring.
Yeah, did a good job to just allow that 1 run. Got out of that jam. And he had that streak of 4 straight strikeouts.
Yeah, and 2 of them happen to be looking, too. So that's pretty impressive right there.
Now you got to deal with Coatsy.
So now Jeff Villafana up at the plate, 1 for 3 today with a single in his last at-bat. We get the top of the lineup coming up after him. First pitch in there, strike called, so the count goes 0-1.
Yeah, huge at-bat right here. You don't want anybody on base when it goes back to the top of the order. Be nice to get 1 out with Tarantino coming up.
Good pitch, strike 2.
What do you do if you're a hitter there? Just hope and pray it's a ball?
Looked like a little bit of a two-seam coming back.
So dirty.
So the 0-2. Strike 3. Swing and a miss and blew it by him.
That's, man, you see that pitch on the 0-1, nasty, and then you come back with that cheese right there.
Yeah.
Now batting, shortstop.
Man, I'm telling you, man, Adam Coates, this kid is the real deal. He's nice.
Yeah, very nice to have at the back end of your bullpen. I mean, coming from Peyton Tyler to Adam Coates, that's a pretty good matchup right there. Now, Matthew Tarantino at the plate, 1 for 4. Hit that long double, literally hit off the top of the fence. Oh, this one's hit out the center field. It's going back. Joey Dotson is under it, makes the grab for out number 2.
He just hit that one to the wrong part of the field. You got to be a big boy if you're going to clear that 400-foot sign over there.
Yeah, you got to be a Victor Romero.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just glad we didn't have that same camera guy we had at the softball game last year, DJ. That kid just, I mean, this would be a bigger jump, obviously, than the softball one, but.
That's pretty far down, 2 stories.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It'll probably break something if that happens.
So Sam Morgan up at the plate. First pitch to him is a strike called on the outside corner.
But big time right here for Coatsy. I mean, Solano just tied it up, bottom of the 8th, keep momentum on your side. He's retired the first 2 in order, trying to make it a 1-2-3 ninth.
Oh, this was fouled back, and it hits off Acosta. He's all good. She gets a little nod, so now the count is 0-2.
Catchers like bruises.
Yeah. Makes him feel alive.
Exactly. You got to get dinged up a little bit.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Too easy.
Adam Coates retires him down in order, and we're heading to the bottom of the 9th. Bottom of the 9th. It is crunch time, folks. All tied up at 1. You see the Bay Valley Conference standing there. Solano at 6-0. Marin at 5-1. We have Darian Evans, Bo Siegel, Ian Acosta coming up. New pitcher on the mound for the Marin Mariners. It's the third baseman, who was a third baseman, now the pitcher, Ryan Schultz on the mound. Final stat line for Cooper Casad, 2 innings pitched, no walks, no strikeouts, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run. And this guy has a little bit of cheddar.
And now over at third base, Chris Heyman.
Yeah, Schlatt comes in. He has no ERA in 5 appearances and 7 in a third inning pitched. 9 strikeouts, 1 walk. opponent's batting average in their 200. Hasn't allowed a home run. Hasn't even allowed a run at that. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens here in the bottom of the ninth at Billy Louise Yarborough Stadium. Once again, you're tuned in to the Solano College Sports Network. Stosh Moore and Zach Poff. You're home for Solano Sports. What a game we have on our hands today.
Hey, all I'm going to say is the last 2 Saturday games I've done here, walk-off wins. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just throwing it out there. Is it going to be 3 in a row? Your boy Darian Evans coming up to the dish, and this is a perfect spot for Darian Evans right here. You get to come up, set the tone here in the bottom of the ninth, and his last at bat, he hit a nice hard ball opposite way right past the first baseman for his first hit of the game.
Yeah, 1 for 3, a couple strikeouts. You know, I bet you he's extremely happy Eric Smith's not in the game anymore.
Yeah.
So here we go. First pitch coming from Ryan Schultz. Curveball, inside, ball 1.
And he even looked at the umpire. It's like, please don't call it. He's like, yes. Darian Evans, of course, he has pop. He can end this in 1 swing.
Ooh, and that strike on the outside corner. Count goes to 1-1, you know. But you can't be thinking about the long ball. You got to be thinking about just get on base. We need base runners.
Because, you know, if he gets on base, Grandpa's going to bunt him over.
Oh, thought about it. Good hold.
Check. That's a hard pitch to lay off, that high fastball.
I mean, he held it there, too, right, with his check swing. He's like, no, I didn't even get close. So 2-1 count, perfect hitter's count here. You're looking for something he can drive. Oh, there it was. Swung at that one, kind of golfed it. Foul. Count goes to 2-2.
He was trying to hit that one for a touchdown all the way to the football field over there. I mean, he had bad intentions on that swing right there. So 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Over aggressive there. They throw it down to first, and that completes the strikeout. Yeah, nasty pitch right there. From
Evans
Schultz.
has a hat trick today.
And we're not playing hockey, so it's not good in baseball. Now it comes up to the Grandpa, Bo Siegel.
Now batting.
And hit by pitch, a walk.
Bo Siegel.
And his last at bat. What did he do? I didn't write it down.
He flew out to the shortstop in his last.
That's what I got you here for.
Yeah.
You're always helping out, baby.
First pitch to Bo. Inside corner, strike 1.
And Bo's a guy, of course. He's a very patient hitter. He's going to take a couple of pitches, especially going up against a guy that they have not seen today.
Oh, checked his swing. He held up. They're going to appeal. He did not go, so the count goes to 1-1.
I still love how, like, the home plate umpire asked the first base ump. Like, he can really see that from that angle.
Yeah, especially with left-handed hitter. But the catcher asked home plate, so you have to.
Yeah.
Inside, ball 2.
Yeah, Bo gets aboard here via walk.
And you know there will be a pinch runner.
Yeah, that's the one negative about already using Nesikevich.
Yep.
But they got plenty of guys with speed in the dugout.
And they hit him. So that is a lead. There's a 1-out walk. That's the second time he's got plunked today. Get on any way you can. And see, he tried to get out of the way. It still hit him.
Exactly, right?
That's proving a point there.
Well, I mean, when your nickname's Grandpa, you're not going to move too fast.
Yeah.
So let's see if Stover does go with the pinch runner. He's sticking with this guy.
Yeah, I think at this point in the game you have to, you know, just in case they don't get around. You need his batting lineup. You can't afford to take him out.
And he's done a good job playing first base here defensively, too.
And I think everybody in here at Billy Louise Yarborough Stadium knows what Ian Acosta's probably about to do.
They're hoping he can smash one out of here.
I thought he was going to lay down a bunt, but they're going to let him swing away. Oh, and he does. Strike call, count goes 0-1.
So I got to ask you real quick. There's 1 out. Are you a fan of that, or you let him swing?
I am, because you have Briar Litz coming up next. 2 for 3
hot.
today. He's got a hot bat, you know.
Get him. Walk him, though.
Yeah. Then you got Alex Nesikevich.
Yeah.
Puts 2 runners on.
And Nesikevich, the guy that had the walk-off hit against Yuba.
You know, you got to get that guy in scoring position. Bottom of the ninth. That's what you have to do right now. You can't risk a double play.
Yeah. Got a big hole between first and second right now.
Oh, and it's hit. Runner on the move, a little hit and run. So Bo gets to second base. Torch top. Ooh, what a grab there by Steve DiMartini.
Man, I tell you, Steve DiMartini has been just eating everything up over at first base. He's a very athletic first baseman. He's made some nice plays here today.
And you know what? That hit and run was perfect. Yeah. The job got done. You hit it to the right side of the field. And Bo's now on second base. The winning run on second base with Briar Litz, as we said, 2 for 3 today with a double and a single.
And right here, I mean, you're probably not going to intentionally walk Litz here. You've got the matchup with the righty. And, of course, Nesikevich on deck, a lefty, so that would favor the batter there.
Oh, and they are going to intentionally walk Briar Litz.
So now it's going to come down to Alex Nesikevich. And Nesikevich had that, I mean, it wasn't the prettiest walk-off hit, but it's a walk-off. You got the win. Hit a chopper to short and able to beat it out as they tried to get Garland Webster tagged out at third base.
Now, who was it that they were trying to intentionally walk him? He stuck his bat out and hit a home run. Was it Griffey?
You know what? That's a question I don't know the answer to, but Griffey would be a good guess. I would think Griffey or Bonds.
I'm pretty sure it had to be one of the two. I remember it was left-handed. It just came, it was a high, and he took it the opposite field and crushed it.
I for some reason, I'm thinking it's Barry Bonds.
Oh, and they called a balk. So Bo Siegel will move to third base. No pitch.
Wow.
Just quick pitching. Didn't come set. And that's something you have to, you have to come set. He was just rolling right through. Gave away 90 feet. And that was the first mistake made by this Marin team all game long.
And I tell you what, I know it's huge to get that runner an extra 90 feet, but we're going to find out how strong Ryan Schultz is mentally, because that's got to be in his head a little bit, just kind of frustrated. And we'll see if Nesikevich here can take advantage of that, because you can still look at Schultz right now. He still just looks a little frustrated.
I think there's going to be a pinch runner coming in. So once again, you're tuned in to the Solano College Sports Network, your home for Solano sports. We're at Billy Louise Yarborough Stadium, Bay Valley Conference matchup between Marin and Solano, all tied up at 1. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, runners in first and third.
Does it get any better than this?
It doesn't. Beautiful Saturday in Fairfield, California. You can't beat this.
And this is just starting off my beautiful Saturday. UFC 185 tonight. Johnny Hendricks, Matt Brown. Ton of basketball games on, but we got a dandy. As Big Kahuna always says right here, 1-1, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Can Nesikevich do it again? As Stover's chatting with all his guys right here. Marin, meeting on the mound. And I tell you what.
This is a long meeting on the mound. I wonder what's going on, if he's injured or...
Are they ordering a pizza?
Yeah, the umpire's been standing out there for a while now.
There we go. Yeah, it's like I was waiting for the umpire to take off his blue union.
Is he saying, hey, throw it way outside, I'll call it a strike? Can we give a little tip?
Yeah, right. Like, maybe, dinner plans later, I don't know.
Or maybe they were asking about the balk. Could be asking about that, why he's out there,
That's actually probably what it was.
Because he just rolled right through. He wasn't coming set. You have to come set. He was just, And when you do have runners on like that, you're intentionally walking, you just forget sometimes. Yeah. But now it all comes down to this. 2 outs, first and third. Alex Nesikevich up. He was a hero the last time. Can he be the hero again? Thought about dropping down the bunt. Strike call. Count goes 0-1. Maybe a little bit of a safety squeeze. We know Nesikevich has plenty of speed. You can cut the tension with a knife right now, Zach.
Right.
So the 0-1. Schultz comes set. Kicks, fires. High and outside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-1.
And you could tell Marquez thought about it for a second, and he's like, no, ball.
But he hasn't called that all game. So that was a good job by staying consistent.
So Nesikevich, though, he's got a nice hole right up the middle.
Curveball outside, ball 2.
I can tell you the guy on deck's hoping he gets a walk here. Alvaro Rubalcaba, who's the reason why this game's tied 1-1. Had a single, bunted over, and then stole third.
That has to be in Schultz's mind. With a Rubalcaba on deck, you have to get the sitter, so you add a little more extra pressure on yourself. Maybe he floats a fastball over, and Nesikevich takes advantage. There it is. It's hit it in left field. It's going back. It's tailing. Going over his son. He can't make the play. And it's a foul ball. I'm sorry, that is not Son. That is a...
I believe that's Dominic DeVille. I think I saw 27 out there.
Yeah, they don't tell us defensive substitution
well,
back
they
here.
should, but Mark's not doing his job. Nah, Mark's my boy. Yeah, you were just hoping it's Nesikevich right there. That ball's going to keep tailing left, and it did.
He's got to get down on the ball right here. Like you said, a huge gap right there up the middle.
Yeah, the shortstop.
So
Tarantino.
The 2-2 pitch. Schultz comes set. He kicks, fires. And this one's hit right to the second baseman. He picks it up, throws it over to first for out number 3. So we're heading to extras, folks. So top of the 10th inning.
Look at the crowd here today.
Off the top of the 10th.
A lot of people showing up here Saturday afternoon at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium.
So Ryan Schultz up at the plate now. He's 2 for 4 today with a single, a double, and a strikeout. Coates back on for second inning of work. First pitch, ball.
And Stover's got to feel pretty confident here going into extra innings. You got Adam Coates on the hill, and Coates was money in the last inning.
Oh, and this one's hit right in the left field, so a leadoff single for Schultz. He's going to wheel, and he's going to stop at first base. So with the big boys up, the 3-4-5 hitters, this is the perfect time for Marin to really capitalize. You know, head coach Steve Behringer, you know, this is the exact guys you want up in this situation.
How about the day Ryan Schultz having? I mean, 3 hits, came in, 1 inning, no runs allowed.
Stephen DiMartini.
So Stephen DiMartini, couple of strikeouts today, a walk, and grounded into that inning-ending double play with bases loaded. So you know he wants to right the ship right now.
And it's always tough to have your cleanup hitter get the bunt down, but that's a situation right here. You got to get the bunt down. You got to get Ryan Schultz there into scoring position.
You know, they haven't scored. They scored back in the 6th inning, so it's been a long drought. I mean, just pitching. Pitching is right now this ball game. First pitch, drop it down the bunt. Strike is called, so the count goes to 0-1. And also, you got to keep an eye on Schultz down there. He might be taking off, possibly, to get a good jump. He has actually not stolen a base all year long. He's been caught twice, so maybe he won't be going. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw down a second. And he got him. And he got him. What a throw by Ian Acosta and a great tag by Alvaro Rubalcaba.
And, I mean, right there you could tell that it was hit and run because DiMartini swung at a pitch not even close to the strike zone. And, man, what a play by Acosta because that's so tough to make that throw, especially after DiMartini swung through the ball and just threw a laser. An outstanding job, Rubalcaba.
Yeah.
Make that tag. Big time.
This one's chopped right to Rubalcaba. Picks it up. Checks the throw, throws over to first for out number 2.
Huge. Big time.
Oh, yeah.
Nice throw by Ian Acosta, the catch there to get the runner, and then the very next pitch, you get a ground out to short. Just like that, you got 2 outs.
But now it brings up Dominic DeVille, the big boy here. He roped a double back in the 2nd inning, but since then he's been hitless. He's 1 for 4. Last at-bat, he struck out. That was against Peyton Tyler. That was a strand of 4 consecutive strikeouts for Peyton Tyler. Adam Coates looking to get 1 more out and get his team back into the dugout. This one's lifted, short, shallow right field. Going back is Lenny. Oh, and he drops the ball. And that is down, so that's going to go down as an E4, the first error of this ball game. I think that was the wind and the sun all in one, kind of a basket catch.
Yeah, and I think he might have thought that ball was going to go a little further when he first thought to. And, yeah, like you said, tried to get the basket catch down and just kind of lost it.
Looks like they're going to put in Sterling Champagne to run.
And I believe he's in the same boat as Ryan Schalk, 0 for 2 in stolen bases.
But you know what? You got Chris Heyman coming up. Like I've said before, he's leading the team in batting average and in hits. He has 12 RBIs on the year, 1 home run. So this guy is...
He's their best hitter.
He is their best hitter, and this is the situation you want him up with 2 outs, runner on first. One swing of the bat, he could put a crooked number up there.
He had a single in his only at-bat in the 8th.
Back pick, and he's safe at first. Good snap throw by Ian Acosta. Champagne just getting back in there. You know, that's a good heads-up play. A guy coming off the bench, maybe like we said before, he'll kind of catch him leaning. So the 1-0. Coates delivers. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. That's a balk. It puts the runner on second base, and oh, that is not good, folks.
Wow.
He's in a lot of pain. Hamstring. Possibly looks like he's grabbing his...
I mean, it's just good. It's not elbow, shoulder, arm for a pitcher. But he's in a lot of pain. Hopefully it's just a cramp. Hopefully. They're stretching him out right now. And it's never good when a pitcher's ready to throw and then just eats the baseball and never lets it leave his hands. And you could tell when a pitcher throws off his glove and his hat. I think it's just a cramp, though.
I mean, that's interesting. That's his plant leg. It really, so when he planted down, that's when it just started cramping up and didn't release the ball. It was a balk, an extra 90 feet to Sterling Champagne. Now it's just a base hit, can score a run with the speed of Champagne out there. But hopefully, like we said, hopefully it is a cramp and nothing too serious.
And you can just tell by the way they're stretching him out. He's just cramping out there. It's nothing serious.
You guys want to go to a commercial?
We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be back after this.
Solano Community College transformed my life
and gave me the opportunities I needed to succeed.
I received the same university caliber education
without the pressures of debt holding me back. Affordable and flexible, I fulfilled my undergraduate classes.
Getting to the information I truly have a passion for.
The decision to attend SCC empowered my future
and made my dream of attending Yale University a reality. Solano Community College, the educated choice.
So we're back here in the top of the 10th inning. Runner on second base, advanced on the balk. Good sign. Adam Coates did walk off under his own power, so it must have been just a cramp. So that young man, hopefully he's okay. With Chris Ross now on the mound at 5.29 ERA, and he has a tough task at hand now. First pitch, low for ball 1, ball 2. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's rare to see a pitcher come in when it's not what he started, but this is a tough situation for a guy to come in. You got to come in after an injury, not really ready.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Good use of the changeup right there.
That's Chris Ross' best pitch.
I think had a lot of movement going down in the zone.
And Chris Ross making his 9th appearance, 5th time coming out of the bullpen, and he's really a guy. If he can get hot, this team could do a lot of damage.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. So back-to-back swinging and misses.
Chris Ross really at the end of last year was, man, this kid was lights out. And this year it's been a little bit of a slow start for Chris Ross, but if he can get things going, especially here, get a little momentum, if he can get out of this inning.
This one's hit right to Rubalcaba, fields it, throws it over to first, high and overthrows it, and a run will come in to score.
You don't see that too much with Rubalcaba making a big-time error. And you could tell he had a little bit of trouble getting the ball out from his glove and then just airmailed the throw, tried to rush it a little bit.
You know, that's back-to-back errors for Solano right now, where you had Josh Lenny drop the ball, which would have been the third out.
And then you had a balk in between that also. I mean, air, balk,
air. Yeah. You know, what we're talking about, it's been such a clean game in the 10th.
We should have just kept it to ourselves, man. You know how that broadcaster jinx works, especially with me.
So James Potts coming up to the plate. He is 0 for 3 today. He was also hit by the pitch, I should say ticked by the pitch on the sleeve.
I can tell you what, though, the guy leading off the bottom of the inning can't wait to get up there.
Yeah.
That's the guy that just committed the error, Mr. Rubacaba.
Outside, ball 2. And you know, now Chris Ross came back with those couple strikes, and he got the ground ball. Right now, he's can't be too fine. Just throw it up there. You got to trust in your defense. Runner on the move. Hit right back to Rubacaba. High hop, makes a grab, throws it to first for out number 3. So the damage is done. Marin goes up 2-1, heading to the bottom of the 10th. Bottom of the 10th inning here. Solano's down to their final 3 outs, trailing 2-1 with Alvaro Rubacaba coming up to the plate. 1 for 4 today. Got a big hit back in the 8th inning, led off, stole the bag, scored a run, and he just made that crucial error for Solano, allowing that run to score. So nobody wants this game more than Alvaro right now.
Yeah, this is a big spot, big situation. We saw what he did in the box last time in a big spot.
Curveball in there, strike call, count goes to 0-1.
And Rubacaba led off that inning back in the 8th, single. And as you mentioned, got bunted over to second, stole third, and scored.
This one was lifted foul down the right field line, so he falls behind quickly, 0-2. You know, this is one of those things for baseball players, you have to have amnesia. You can't think
it's
what
so
you did
hard,
out there.
though.
Exactly. You just got to come up there and just say, hey, I'm going to make it happen.
Especially quickly falling behind 0-2 also.
And this one's hit right to the shortstop. Tarantino picks it up, throws it kind of hop.
Wow.
It just barely gets.
Man, DeMartini, this kid has been money with the glove over at first base. He's been picking balls. He's been getting the long ones.
So now Joey Dotson with 1 out steps up to the plate. Dotson 0 for 3, has also sacrificed bunt, so he's due.
The reigning NorCal Player of the Week. Stover's wishing he would have waited and not had it all.
Dumps it out right in front. This could be a tough throw.
Man.
And just barely gets Dotson for out number 2.
Richard Gerarda made that look way, way too easy right there. Just got out of the squat real quick. Picked it up, bare hand, 180. Throw on the money. Solano down to their final out.
Number 24, Josh Lenny.
And you know, if he would have got that bunt just a little bit further out, I think he could have had it, but just dumped it out right in front.
And Josh Lenny hoping to make up for that first error he had in the top of the 10th.
High and tight, ball 1. So Lenny, the RBI leader for the Solano Falcons, up at the plate, looking to just get on base and give Garland a shot. Ball 2.
And Lenny's the one that tied it up with the big RBI single back in the 8th. 16 ribbies now for the lanky second baseman.
This one's hit high and deep in the center field. Going back is Potts. Potts is under it, and he makes the grab for out number 3. So Marin wins the game 2-1.
Yeah, big-time win for the Mariners coming here and winning at Solano's Field here at Bill and Louise Yarbrough Stadium. And this is a well-played baseball game, though, and it kind of sucks for Solano that it came down to errors and a balk and maybe your best pitcher, who hopefully it's not a serious injury. Hopefully it was just a cramp, but it's a well-played baseball game. And, man, 6-1, 6-1. Solano, Marin, both tied atop first now in the BVC.
You know, this is one of those games that doesn't taste good in your mouth. You know what I mean? This is like a gut punch to, you know, Solano had this game and, you know, very all the way around, but they just shot themselves in the foot in the extras. I think this is one of those games that they're going to have to build off of and really take it, and they're going to go on to this next game. I feel sorry for Marin for the next game these two are playing because they're coming out for blood and revenge.
Yeah, so Adam Coates gets his first loss on the season, now 2-1. And Ryan Schlock gets his first win, I believe, on the season. So that guy was very impressive.
Yeah.
He had 3 hits. And then he comes in, hey, Coach, I'm going to come pitch the 9th and the 10th, and I'm going to shut down Solano. And very impressed with both these teams. And I really wouldn't be surprised. Obviously, they're going to play Tuesday, but I got a feeling both these teams will be playing in the playoffs here this year. These are 2 well-coached teams. They play great defense. They have great pitching. But most importantly, they both have really good bullpens.
Oh, yeah, you know, well-pitched game, just up into the 10th. The errors, like you said, cost it. So, final score here at Bill and Louise Yarbrough Stadium, Marin 2, Solano 1. Marin on top of the Bay Valley Conference at 6-1. Solano falls to 6-1 also, but the tiebreaker of today. So, for Zach Poff, I'm Stash Moy, and all of us here at the Solano College Sports Network, thank you for watching.